All right, it's live.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First
Shalom.
and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, this lesson we're going to be reading through Baruch, the 4th chapter, which is a book from the Apocrypha written by Baruch the scribe, which was Jeremiah's scribe, and the Apocrypha was taken out of the Old Testament. Is everybody on Baruch chapter 4?
Con.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead and start reading if you want.
This is Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Now, hold on. Did our people leave the commandments?
Con.
Yeah. You want to... If you want, you can get Jeremiah 17:4, I think it is.
That's why we're here right now.
You said Jeremiah 17:4?
Yeah.
All right, con.
That's the first scripture that comes to mind. And then there's one, I think, is it in the Apocrypha also? It says this is the whole duty of man. Fear God and keep the commandments. If you don't know where that is, I can paraphrase it.
I think it's in the New Testament.
I thought it was in Ecclesiastes or something.
Yeah. Or no, it might not real talk. No, it might be. I'm gonna hold my peace. I don't know.
I think it's in Ecclesiastes or Ecclesiasticus. There we go. It's Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Con.
Who wants to get Ecclesiastes 12 and 13? Well, who's gonna read Jeremiah 17:4?
I already got it. I'm ready when y'all.
Okay. Tazamak, you want to read Ecclesiastes 12 and 13?
Yeah, I'm getting that out.
Okay.
All right,
Go ahead and bring it out.
All right, con. This is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I give thee. I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, to have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Right. So Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, he was telling Jeremiah, which was a major prophet, he was telling him that even you are going to discontinue from your heritage. Which that also, if you think about it, proves reincarnation also. Because he knew who he was that whole lifetime. But our people discontinued and completely fell away from their heritage, and that was all through disobedience. Which the book of Baruch goes into how much rebellion our people had against Yahweh. Carl, you got any more to add?
I'm looking for that damn. It's a lot. Hold on.
And that's why a lot of our people, you ask them who they are, and they'll say, "Well, I'm black."
Right.
Well, their skin isn't even black.
African American.
Yeah, exactly. Afro-American.
That's the worst one.
Or Latino and Hispanic, Native American. Okay, so you're a Native American, but where'd you come from before that? You came from you came from specifically Assyria, the Assyrian captivity, and got carried over there or went over there. Which, if somebody wants to get that too, just for edification, somebody can bring that out.
It was what?
Did you want me to get that Ecclesiastes 12 and 13?
I think Tazamak's got that.
Con.
Put that up.
All right, so
but you can get the one about the tribes being carried over. The 2nd Esdras 13.
Oh, the 10 tribes?
Yeah.
I got you.
2nd Esdras 13, and then you can start at verse 39, like down to 42.
Con.
All right, go ahead, Tazamak.
What am I saying?
Ecclesiastics?
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, yeah.
Con. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's
right. And somebody can get, you can get Proverbs 1 and 7, I think it is. So that's the whole duty, is to keep the commandments, which is the law that Yahweh gave the Israelites through Moses. Which, for example, some of them is don't eat pork, don't eat shrimp, don't commit adultery, don't worship idols, which is
people be making it seem like it's so hard to do all that.
It's not even hard to do. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's
just ignorant, bro.
Because they don't like being told what to do. That's their problem.
Exactly. That's America.
But if the white man tell them what to do, they gonna do that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude, that don't even make any sense. What? Like,
Because that's who
They
they worship
trusting
as
in-
their god.
they say
They
they.
trust in the ways of Egypt.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say somebody get that.
And I got a precept for that too. Yeah, you talking about in Proverbs?
The one
Yeah,
I said,
1
Proverbs
and
1 and 7.
Here, let me get that real
Does it
quick.
say the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom or something
I
like
got,
that?
I got it for you real
I'm
quick.
talking about Israel putting trust in Egypt.
Oh, that's oh man.
Yeah, I'm
I know
getting.
where that's. I just read that the other day.
That's in Isaiah, I thought.
Yeah, Isaiah. Okay, Salat.
But where in Isaiah? Oh, Isaiah 31. It says 31 and 1. I just paraphrased it.
I'm gonna get the scripture real quick.
Yeah, bring it up.
Go ahead.
All right, this is Proverbs 1 and 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instructions.
Yeah,
Like-
our people despise instruction.
Con,
Well,
Like we
when
just-
they come from Yahweh, but not when it comes from Esau.
con.
They fear Esau more than they fear Yahweh. A lot of our people don't even acknowledge Yahweh as existing, period, let alone fear him. And then it said the whole duty of man is to fear Yahweh and keep his commandments. Because if you fear him, you're going to keep his commandments because that fear is going to motivate you. Just like Esau, he uses the same type of tactics. He strikes fear in the people's hearts by 9/11, and then he gets people to bow down to him and do whatever he says.
Con.
Problem solution. Fear is the best motivator. Which is why it tells you Tazamak. Well, actually, Tazamak can keep reading on Baruch 4. Because see, we're at the first verse, and we already brought out all these precepts. That's already more than your pastor brings out. So.
Oh, just about to say that, bro.
Yeah. You can
Man, the pastor pulls out 3 precepts for the whole session, man.
And then sing for like the next 2 hours.
Yep.
If that, man.
He said every word long and then
talk
call it a day.
Real talk though, they pull one precept and create a whole fucking life story that has nothing to do with the damn precept. then they bring it back up at the end and then close out. I'm like, y'all fucking goofy, bro.
They basically motivational speakers with a book in the hand.
Right.
They talk about their life and their wife. Like, I'm gonna tell you what my wife did last night. It goes into the description. It got nothing. I'm like, what? And on top of that, when we cut people like this about the church thing, they say we don't do that at my church. That's not what we do. And I'm like, all right, then what you do at your church? They don't say nothing.
It's all fault.
Y'all
Man.
goofy niggas might as well make the YouTube, man. Stay at home. The fuck?
You can
But
get
don't make
We
no
know
YouTube,
what we know what we worship.
You gonna flood this shit.
you can get a 2 Peter 2:5 down to 9. Because we were talking about how fear is a motivation that Yahweh uses. And then it tells you how Sodom and Gomorrah was an example, basically, or it says in sample, like an example unto those that after should live ungodly. 2 Peter 2:5 to verse 9.
9. Okay, go on, because I got it.
5 to 9. Yep.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. And spare not the old word, but save Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in a flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Of the ungodly, right? And this world is full of ungodliness. Somebody can get whoever doesn't have it. Does anybody not have a precept?
I don't got one yet.
I got 2.
Well, you're reading 2 Peter 2 though.
Okay.
Akiam Baba Shakar, Salaki, I'm gonna have to go.
All right, it's okay.
Hey.
Khan, you can thought to walk.
All right, shalom.
Shalom.
Y'all Shema Shai Barakatah.
Barakatah.
Khan, y'all bashim y'all shot Brakatah.
Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Somebody's got to read Baruch 4 now, which Yawana can get on that, I think.
I got 2. I got 2 precepts.
I was just thinking about a precept. Oh man, because
You want me to get on what now?
Second Esdras 15. Yeah, just hold on to that. Second
Okay.
Esdras 15.
I cannot find that precept that I had earlier.
What are you looking for? Down to Egypt for help?
No, I got that, but I'm talking about the main reason why I went into Amos earlier for the holidays one.
Are you talking about the ones that you posted on the post?
Nah, not that. Nah. When the brother asked something about feast days, and you sent Amos 5 and something, 5 and
21, I think,
or 21 a lot. Yeah, 5 and 21. But there was another one, and I can't find it. But yeah, I got 2 precepts whenever y'all ready.
You got that?
Let me just get what was the chapter again, real quick? It was
second Esdras 15.
Okay.
We're gonna read down to verse 8. Well, yeah, verse 8. Oh, I don't even know, because since we're talking about going down to Egypt for help, it talks about Egypt a little after that. So yeah, you get your precepts, because that chapter is gonna take a little bit.
This is Isaiah 30, verse 1.
31 and 1?
You said what?
Oh, wait, that's that's chapter 30?
Yeah, really 30 and 31 and 1 go into it.
Okay.
I can pull both. Can you
save 31 and 1 until we read about Egypt?
All right.
Okay.
I had a little trouble finding the scripture. I don't know why.
Just second Esdras 15, just at the top. Just start right there.
This Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. All right, second verse going to Egypt, so I'm gonna wait to pull that until.
Then that reminds me, you can get the one about their heart is far from me.
Okay.
You want me to paraphrase that?
I'm gonna say paraphrase that because I know where it's at. I just don't know like the I know the numbers. I just don't know the chapter. I mean the name. Book.
You said it from the top.
Yeah.
Thinking Ezra. Why am I not?
It's in the Apocrypha.
It's in several places you call, but you can get it out of Matthew 15 and 5. Wait. Yeah, Matthew 15 and 7 down to verse 9.
Okay.
Well,
it was what again? What was the chapter again?
Second Esdras 15.
15.
And that's not to pick on the odd, but that's another thing about Christians, man. That's how you know you're not chosen if you're a Christian, because they ain't got no fucking patience, man. Because I remember I went to church one time and somebody couldn't read and they sent his ass to the back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the brother had trouble with finding the thing, and they sent his ass to the back. It was like, well, we'll just get somebody else to read.
Well, I mean, we're not. I mean, it's not like we're in a rush or anything.
And I'm saying, yeah, it's like, bro, what the hell is y'all rushing for, man? You know what I'm
saying?
Like,
you're rushing them just to read 5 precepts and not even know what they're saying. So
exactly, like fucking bugged out, man. Yeah,
because they want to go back and start committing abomination again right after it's over. That's
right.
That's what they do. They think that it just washes all off every Sunday. They can just do whatever they want the whole week. Oh, Sunday, now it's all good. Go do this again.
And then they leave and go back on Sunday to continue their abomination.
Yeah.
So it don't even make any sense.
They got them 2 sessions. They got the morning one and then they got that afternoon one. Then they
talk about well, the Lord know my heart. Those are wicked as hell. That's about it.
They say
the Lord said the heart is deceitful above all things. Simply paraphrasing. Who can know it?
I remember that.
All right.
It's not in. I don't know if that's in.
They say only God can judge me. That's what they say that the most.
Well, they don't want God to judge them though, because He's going to bring fire upon them.
All right.
They should, because if they really understood that, they should want us to rebuke them like we do, because scriptures tell you constantly to rebuke. You're supposed to rebuke them, and it's actually in the law in Leviticus 19 and 17. I think it says, "Suffer not a sin upon them." So you're supposed to, like that's the second half of it. You're supposed to warn them, and you're supposed to rebuke them so they don't sin. It's showing love. Love is an action word, and that's a way of showing it. But they don't want that. They'd rather say, "Well, only God can judge me." Well, we're trying to warn you so you don't get judged by God, because you're going to be destroyed.
Exactly. They be cutting their own damn self.
Yeah. Because they lean on their own understanding. That's Proverbs 3 and 5. You can go ahead and start bringing out Second Esdras.
I got it. It's Second Esdras 15 verse 1. You want me to read all the way down to? What do you want me to read down to? You want me to start at the top?
Yeah, just start at the top and keep reading.
All right, come. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. For not the imaginations against thee, let not not the incredulity of them trouble thee, and that speak against thee.
Incredulity, which means someone not able to understand or unwilling to learn. They don't want to know.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, the famine, the death, and destruction.
Yeah, so now hold on. Just as he did before, because we were reading in 2 Peter chapter 2, that's the reason why I wanted to get this, because he flooded the old world because it was full of ungodliness. And that's what he's going to do again, but he's not going to, because he said he wasn't going to flood it with water anymore, so he's going to use fire, which is another cleaning agent. He's going to bring plagues upon the world. So we read stories about Noah's time and about when Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah and all these other times, those being the main two, but people still don't get it. They still want to be wicked. Those are examples. You're not supposed to be like that. That's to telling you, you're going to be destroyed if you keep doing that. I don't think because the whole world is doing this, that means it's right. That's not the case. It's the complete opposite. The world is actually in the hands of the wicked right now. That's Job 9:24, which the wicked are the Edomites. That's Malachi 1:4. So if the vibration of this world is pushing that way, then you should most likely be going the opposite direction, depending on what it is.
People. Oh, were you saying Oxlocke?
No, I was just gonna say they're gonna be destroyed with the rest of the world.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers, they love using that "be a leader, not a follower" quote, but nigga, y'all following everybody else is doing this wicked ass shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd rather be a follower of someone that's just than be a leader of wickedness.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And really,
and how can they say that be a leader, not a follower, but they follow Jesus Christ?
Right.
That'd be my biggest thing. They follow that. They follow all these pagan ass fucking holidays. Like they do all the wicked ass shit that everybody else is doing. But you got the nerve to tell somebody to be a leader, not a follower, when they not doing the shit that you're
even
doing.
Though they just let their pastor completely tell them what the Bible's about, even though he doesn't bring out any scriptures. Yeah. They're hypocritical.
I was going to say that.
They're hypocrites. Yep. Exactly.
And these motherfuckers finna get made example of, man. The Lord's finna make an example of the whole earth, man. Specifically America.
That's why, brothers be putting up judgment videos because you see that and that puts fear in you. And that's like, well, I want to try my hardest not to do that because that's an example to you. That's why it tells you that when Sodom and Gomorrah was rained down with fire and brimstone, that was an example so people would stop doing that. But they don't. They do it worse. This place is worse. This place is worse, which is why Revelation 18:4 is going to happen on down.
People got that mindset to where it's like, well, you know how people want to do whatever they want to be wicked. They always say this, well, you only live once, so live it up.
That's not even the case.
Exactly.
It's reincarnation, but even if you did live once, why would you want to just live in folly? You should be doing the best you can to be just.
Exactly.
People are dumb.
They just want to have fun and ruin, everything for everybody else.
You're not even put on this earth to do whatever you want. There's laws that you need to follow by the Heavenly Father.
Exactly. You weren't created to
like in the days of Noah.
Exactly. You can continue on.
All right, this is verse 7. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which
now hold on. Now he's not gonna hold his tongue. Meaning what? Meaning he's not gonna just sit there and let it happen anymore. He's gonna act upon it. All right, we're going into, like we said a while ago, we were talking about how the credit card debt just piles up. Well, eventually it's gonna decline and you can't use it no more. And that's when all that debt is gonna crush you, man. And he's not gonna hold his tongue anymore. So he's gonna rain his wrath upon the planet. And you're gonna be part of that. You're gonna be part of that unless you disconnect from the world and disconnect from wickedness.
And one of the ox told me at camp, one of the brothers' fathers, he's in the truth as well. It was Jeremiah's dad. He said how many people we got, like, I think it was 8. He said 8 million or 8 billion. I can't remember. I just knew it was 8 something. and of credit card debt, but people just swiping the card for Christmas. And they said this was the worst in December that we had since 2008.
Yeah, which that was when the recession was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was when it was a crash. I think it was back in 2008. Remember what Jeremiah's pop said? You call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, that's shit.
Did you guys see what Apostle Tahar deemed 2019?
I gotta watch it after this.
He said,
Yeah,
I sent it in the group chat through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Yahushai. He deemed it the year of Charagma. Which Charagma is, yep, exactly.
What's Charagma?
It's when you go into the word Mark in Revelations 13, it says Charagma. That's the word there in the Greek, which is going into the microchip. So it's going to be the year of the microchip. You look at the Economist 2019, it shows a stork carrying a bag, and the bag has a barcode on it. So they're going to push that chip very heavily.
Hell yeah. Hey, Aki, we almost out of here, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. We one step closer.
But that just means we gotta be hot, man.
Yeah.
Which is why we're doing this.
So
continue on.
I'm about to say.
This is
just start back at verse 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna start from the beginning. This is verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood prayed unto me, and the souls just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive upon me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. For I will bring them with mighty hand and stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. They will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation that shall be smitten with the plague, and the punishment that power shall bring upon it. That they will till the ground shall mourn from their seeds, and shall fail through the blastings and hail, which a fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword.
All right, you can be done there.
All right, come.
Because, I mean, you could read this whole chapter, but that's all we need from that.
Okay, come.
And that's going into the nuclear desolation. But he also said that he's going to bring the plagues on Egypt as before. So, I mean, isn't this modern day Egypt? Somebody, you still holding 2 Peter?
Yeah, chapter 2. It was verse 5 to 9.
Yep. Do you want to get I always forget if it's Revelations 11 and 9 or Revelations 9:11. I think it's 11 and 9.
I'll pull it.
Dealing with spiritual Sodom and Egypt. I don't remember if it's 11 and 9 or 9 and 11. I know it has those numbers in its Revelations.
9 and 11 is talking about the angel of the bottomless.
Is it 11 and 9 then?
11 and 9's Revelation 11 verse 9, and they are the people and kindreds and tongues.
Oh, that's not it then either.
Yeah,
it's somewhere in that.
In the 11th chapter.
I'll check.
I'm gonna look for it.
You want me to continue on?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Con.
It's 11 and 8. It's the verse right above 11 and 9.
Okay.
So I was wrong. See, we all make mistakes, man.
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. And spare not the old world, but save Noah, the 8th person, preacher of the righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Right. So if he did that to the old world, why wouldn't he do it to this one?
Ain't it like when they follow once again with that they go by that, forget the Old Testament versus the New Testament.
And that doesn't make sense because many of the prophecies in the Old Testament still haven't happened yet. They're actually happening now. They think
it's irrelevant.
And that's why in the New Testament, a lot of times, like Apostle Paul would say, as it was written, he's talking about the Old Testament. So why would he do that if the Old Testament was all done? The whole book of Obadiah hasn't happened yet.
Exactly. And these niggas, they just, like the brother said, man, they just seem to forget about the fact that the flood happened, that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, Nineveh was fucking destroyed, Egypt, like they forget about all these other goddamn kingdoms, Rome, they forget about all this and think that America is just going to continue to strive like it's not going in the same direction as the other fucking nations was going, man.
Yeah. And you can even look at our people, because our people have gone through, I mean, it's going to be the worst time to come upon the planet this time, but I mean, you look at 70 AD and the Babylonian siege and all these other times, it's just, you know, that's what happens when we go off, but people don't care. People don't care. Well, Egypt is an example of plagues come upon the kingdom, but we didn't, you know, we actually hearkened that time, which is why it passed over us. But then what did they do?
Right.
They got out of Egypt and they started bitching and complaining, saying we want to go back to Egypt, and then they got killed in the wilderness over time.
Right, because
And
they had to walk and shit. And
Yeah.
fucking. But
They-
that's how you know that first and foremost we the true children of the Lord, because that's all Jake fucking do is complain.
I was just finna say that. I was like, Jake, all they do is complain.
Well, right now it's actually righteous to complain about the wickedness, but they're not complaining about the
You know what I'm
wickedness.
saying? Yeah.
They're complaining about the wrong things.
Yeah, the wrong thing, stupid shit. Like the Lord just delivered you out of Egypt, and you complaining about the fucking war.
Yeah, no, they were.
Like, nigga,
Yeah,
you-
they were saying how they wanted to go back to Egypt to eat food and stuff, and they every time, like, you read the Torah and they just kept saying, "So you brought us out here to die." It's like, just shut the hell up, man.
Like the Lord should have left you niggas in Egypt, man.
That's why he waited till they died, and then he had their children, or like it was a couple of generations down or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. He let them all die except Joshua and Caleb, and then they went into the land finally. I don't remember if it was just like the next generation or what, but they let all of them die.
Yeah,
But Joshua and
that's what
Caleb,
them niggas deserve.
yeah, Joshua and Caleb, he had go into the land because they were faithful unto him. But they were really old by the time they got to the land, or they were kind of old. All right, you can finish up.
I was going to say, I'm going to continue on this. All right, this is verse 6. And turned to the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
Yeah, so it's a way to see this is what happened to them, so we shouldn't continue in that. We shouldn't partake in that type of stuff unless we want that to happen. But then you talk about America being destroyed and nobody believes you. Why wouldn't this place get destroyed, man? You walk into a bathroom and you're gonna see some woman in there with a mustache or some shit, man. Like everything's all fucked up.
At my damn job, man, like I work with a bunch of fucking sodomites. Like there's this whole Jake, and he comes in. Yesterday he came in fucking heels, some tight ass pants, a goddamn blouse, had weave and shit. Like, bro, like this place is fucking destroyed. Our people are destroyed, man, and this shit gotta go.
Exactly.
Right? And I don't know if y'all seen it on my Instagram. It was like a couple weeks ago, but he had came in the classroom before, man, and of course, man, all the nigga women in the class hyping his head up when he was talking about his relationship with some other faggot. And they was just hyping, like, you don't need to do that, boo-boo, and some motherfucking bullshit. Like, the nigga women loves that shit, man. They love fucking wickedness, and they love supporting that shit, man. That's why
they're right on the front lines with Esau. They're the biggest traitor.
That's our next biggest enemy, man. Is Esau and the fucking nigga women, man. Our own fucking women. Because they don't fucking listen. And they love oppression.
That shows how destroyed we are, too, because whenever whoever's in power, the other women will flock to those people in power.
Man.
And it's Esau, because they running it, and right behind is the nigga woman that's right behind them.
Yeah, their pasty ass skin isn't getting those women. It's their power, man. That's what's getting the women.
That shit made me sick, bro. Like, I had to leave. Every time that nigga come into class, bro, I leave. Because it's an instant vexation of spirit, man. And I'm just like, bro, like, I can't sit in the same room as this nigga, bro, because that's just pure wickedness, man.
That's even what King Solomon said. Everything under the sun is vexation of spirit. And he was the wisest man on the planet, so obviously he was
and it's a Jake. That's what pisses me off more. Like, you a prince of the fucking power, and you over here acting like a damn woman.
Princess.
Like a bitch.
You want to be
princess all of a sudden.
Fucking faggots, man.
They be getting the surgery and everything, like switching genders for real. And it's like, that's defilating. Like, why would you want to? And they don't. And that's how Jake become more and more of a faggot, because men that get with women, get with Jake that look like a woman and have everything and body part and everything. And some of them even keep the body part. They still sleep with them. So that's how Jake become more of a faggot.
I actually sent something on Instagram not too long ago, and it was dealing with, I don't know if it's still up, but it was talking about how they got these education programs for schools, and they're going to teach them how about homosexuality and being a transgender.
Yeah.
And
Oh, Con, I saw it.
And it said they were going to teach them when they were when they were young, because that's what the elites do, because they want to put it in their head right away, so they make it seem like it was okay. Because when I was in the world, I was so fucking, well, we are all fucked up, man. We are all whack as shit and fucking wicked as hell. But I was like, well, if they want to be gay, then I don't care, as long as they don't,
Bro,
get
that's
off
what's
on me. And now I'm like, I was stupid as hell. I should have been put to death for saying stupid ass shit like that. Faggots are supposed to be killed, man.
Because
I was trying for waking us up, man. This place is death.
I was never with the faggot shit. My thing was just don't bring that bullshit towards me, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was never down with. I never supported that shit or be like, oh well, shit, if they gay. Like, bro, nah, bro. And then they love to call people homophobic. If you have a phobia, that means you're scared of something, man. I ain't scared of no faggot.
I ain't scared of a faggot. I just don't want to be around her. I can't stand it.
Come on now, bro. Is that like, bro? You niggas, it's a difference between homophobia and want you niggas to be put to death, man.
How can you be scared of a man that acts like a woman?
Like, come on now, bro. Like,
scared of that, man. Some
like,
grown ass men wearing fucking heels.
Like, come on now, bro. What the fuck, man? Like,
it's in the scriptures. Man should not lay with mankind as laying down as a woman.
It says that several times. There's actually scriptures on basically cutting your junk off too, which is what they do to change sex.
That's going off too. That Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn, whatever that fucking bitch name is or thing.
He basically been a faggot his whole life, because he said he was thinking about that shit even when he was playing that tennis shit in the 70s and shit. I was like,
the
bro.
So-called white man is a natural born faggot, man. They come out the womb gay as hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, I got a precept.
They're supposed to be wicked. Yeah, go ahead. Bring it out.
All right, this Isaiah 30, verse 11. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, because the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a stirred to take fire from the hearth, or to take water with all out of the pit. All right, and that's talking about how Israel is they love trusting in oppression, man. Like I just said, a nigga woman, she loves to trust the white man versus trusting her own men. All right, especially first and foremost men of the Lord. All right, because we, motherfuckers look at us like we fucking weird and bugged out and like we devil worshippers and shit like that, man. And truth be told, man, it's fucking flip, man.
Yeah,
we're the holy ones. And y'all the fucking satanic ass people, man. Y'all don't go into shit. Y'all don't go into etymologies of words. Y'all don't look up y'all history about shit. All y'all do, y'all fucking born, and somebody tells you to do something and you do it, man. You're fucking like you're a goddamn animal, bro. I got
a word for this. I got a word for that. It's they go by what they're told and not go by what's written.
Yeah.
And then they trust in oppression, man. And that also talks about how these niggas, they don't believe the Bible, but they'll believe any textbook that the fucking white man done written.
Yeah, and then their excuse will be, well, the so-called white man wrote it. He wrote everything.
Exactly. They say he wrote this.
This is like the one book that he didn't write.
Wrote this.
This is like the one book that he didn't write.
My thing is this, man.
To an extent.
Who in their right mind? Who in their right mind? Esau's a dumbass, but who in their right mind will make a book about their destruction, about their downfall? Who would give you all the damn pointers to know what to do when this shit is about to pop off? Like, who?
Now, if
like
the book actually said what Christianity taught, then I could see that. But it doesn't teach what Christianity.
That was man-made. That don't make any sense. Like,
a lot of these books are written by Esau, but the Bible is definitely not one of them. And the Bible is a composition of books. It's many.
And then
books.
They talking about what King James wrote it. Nigga, King James. First off, he was a Jake.
Yeah, they try to demonize him, so you stay away from
exactly,
him. Verse 2.
exactly.
They try to say he was a homosexual, and then they also bring out, oh, well, he made a book on demonology. Well, he didn't write the Bible, though. He just had people translate it. That was
Exactly.
it.
It's
He
a
didn't write the
translation.
Bible, man.
Like niggas, and that's like niggas is simple, bro. The book talks about the Hebrew Israelites, and y'all don't take it back to the Hebrew. Y'all just, oh, it's in English, so a white man wrote it, and his name was King James.
That just
It got
shows that, yeah,
translated.
exactly. That's what they say.
It got
Oh,
translated.
well, a so-called white man wrote it, so I don't read it. And then you say, well, this is him. He's a so-called Negro. Oh, well, he was a faggot.
What?
Make it.
Bro, they
It's
got
like,
no facts. They
just want excuses, man. They just want to run.
And then it talks about multiple men and how the multiple men have written the books. So if King James wrote the fucking book, that means this nigga got multiple alter egos. That means he's Paul, Peter, Matthew. Fuck it, like, bro, like,
exactly.
That doesn't make no damn sense.
It was translated by several different, like, he separated. I don't know exactly. It was like a few groups of people, and they translated the Bible from. I'm pretty sure the New Testament was translated from Hebrew to Greek to English.
They go by what they are told. They have no facts. You tell them, show the facts. Show the facts. They go by their vain opinion, how they feel, what someone told them. Where is your facts? That's all I gotta tell people nowadays. Where is your facts? Prove to me right now by scriptures. Show me by photos. Proof. I need proof. If I'm wrong, I know I'm not. None of us are wrong. But if you trying so hard to beat me in this argument, not even an argument, just in to talk about what's the truth. They don't bring up nothing. And it really baffles me because it don't make sense. You think that's what they think that they know. They think.
The Bible is the only book that has prophecy in it. That's another thing. The Bible is the only book that has prophecy in it. You read the Bible, these things are happening, these things have happened, and they're going to happen.
That's another thing that they love to say. They say, well, that's why it's written. And then when you bring prophecy up, oh, well, that's how you know it's written, because they're just doing everything that they read about so people think it's true. And it's like that doesn't make any.
Why would they go through all that?
Why
would they go through all that just to fool a couple people, man? Like the remnant of people that.
Like, come on.
Because even if they want to say that, because I've thought about that. I'm like, okay, so because you gotta look at everybody's perspective just to make sure you can cut that. I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, let's say the elites wrote all the whole book. Then why randomly are all of us waking up out of nowhere, like in the same time with the same stuff, like out of nowhere? We're all having these same visions. We're all seeing these different things that nobody else is seeing. That's not in the book. That's our own personal experiences. So how does all of that happen too at the same time? We literally in a computer program that they can do that? It's just ridiculous, man. And they're really reaching really hard for that. They just don't want us to have anything. They don't want us to have anything good in our life. They just want us to be shit and just to always be shit.
Basically be basic as hell. Just be a basic.
And then they fucking, not only that, bro, but they do all that shit to try so fucking hard. But that's what I'm saying. If this wasn't true, like you're saying it's not true, then why the hell is a so-called white man trying so hard to remove this shit, man?
Yeah.
Why are our posts getting deleted? Why is everybody so sensitive to this? Why are we hated so much? Why is it that, like I said, why they wouldn't be trying to stop this so hard if it wasn't true, man? And if you don't believe, then stop, unfollow, block, mute, kill yourself. There's 4 options.
So the elites wrote it, and they're gonna go into slavery willfully.
Like, come on now, like,
come on, man.
Like, where's the sense that you're making? You're going by how you feel, because the thing is, a lot of people now do believe that that there are things that are true. They just trying to make sure they don't believe it so they can feel better about themselves and not be worried or scared about nothing. It's gonna happen regardless. You can't run from the truth. You can't handle the truth. What Yakal said the other day at camp. You can't handle the truth.
Hell yeah, because these niggas can't, man. They don't want to.
Yeah, they don't want to, and they can't.
You niggas and it's our own people too. That's what's really more annoying, because it be our own people and they thinking that they know it's something. I said, bro, you don't even know your own history. You don't even know where you're from.
They always try to. Whenever I see posts trying to disprove the Bible, it's always about Christianity and not about the actual Bible. And exactly. When it is about the actual Bible, they completely lack understanding of what it's talking about and what's going on. they always try to say, well, why does your God do this and do that? You know, well, you went into slavery. Why did he let you do this and that? But then they believe in these Egyptian gods. And when we ask them that question, all of a sudden that doesn't apply to them.
Why would you question the Most High anyway?
They think that they're on that level of understanding, man. Ask, if you've ever talked to any atheist, man, that's exactly how they think. Somebody on I'm going to tell you about this.
For some science.
I made a video about atheism and regarding the scriptures, and somebody told me, well, tell me how God made matter. How the fuck would I know that? I'm not trying to claim to be as smart as God. That's what you're trying to do, you stupid ass bitch. Bruh. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. They try to talk so smart, but they're really the stupid people on the planet, man. That's why it says that the fool said in his heart there's no God. That's because they're fools. They believe the stupidest fucking shit, man, and then they think they're smarter than everybody because they don't believe in a God. It's just fucking backwards, man.
And niggas think they smart as shit just because they in college. Nigga, that don't mean shit. Any monkey can get into college. Anybody.
Hey, I'm finna pull something real quick, and I'm gonna go into the blue letter.
Yeah, see the spirit. We've run one verse of Baruch 4, and it's already probably like 30 plus minutes already.
Con, hold on, wait.
We gotta get back into Baruch.
Be about the road, do about the road.
Cause niggas is dumb. It's annoying. Like we the men of the Lord, so we hate this shit. We hate your lack of knowledge. Like we hate it as much as the Lord do. Cause it's like,
well, I mean, it's not even that. Because we lack knowledge too, and we even do now. That's why we're learning. But they don't want to learn. They don't want to get better. They don't want to get healed. They want to stay sick, man.
Let me reword it. They don't, like you said, they don't want to learn. They don't want to do nothing. Nobody wants to. People will not pick up a book and read anymore nowadays, especially if it's got something to do with the Lord. They definitely don't want to read it. But we talking about I believe in the Lord and everything. But read what he says. Literally, we have people on Instagram saying that they believe in the Lord and they're Christian and everything. We pull out scriptures. They say stop pulling out scriptures. And it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Don't pull out scriptures. But you believe in the Lord, right? Exactly. Hypocrite. You just cut your own self.
Hey, let me pull this real quick. This Amos 5 and 10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. All right, man. That's talking about the prophets, man. They hate us, man. You know, they hate all the shit that we talking about,
and we're trying to help them.
Exactly.
If they got cancer, they run right to Esau,
y'all, man.
But now all of a sudden they got spiritual cancer. They don't want nobody's help.
Thinking that they know everything.
We rebuke y'all, man. When you go off, bro, we gonna correct you. We gonna let you know. But y'all don't. That's the problem with Jake, man. They don't like correction. Okay, no, they don't like somebody else telling them what to do and shit. And that's y'all niggas' problem, man. But shit, I'd rather a brother tell me something than the Most High tell me something. Because when the Lord when Yahweh Shai come back, man, he's not talking. He's not going to tell you this is. He's not going to sit down with you and be like, all right, well, this is where you went off. All right, we're going to list your problems, and then like he's not doing that shit, bro. He's coming back and he's killing you, dog.
Yeah, that's what our job is, to tell you where you're going off.
Exactly.
That's why we're set up. That's the whole reason why we're here, man.
This is the Lord talking to y'all through us, through his men. All right, but since you're not listening, when he comes back, then you're gonna want to talk. Wait, let's talk, nigga. For what? I just try to talk to you for the longest. And what did you do? You brushed me off like I wasn't shit.
That's what
now that I manifested, now that you actually seeing the upper goddamn power, now you want to talk. Now you want to fucking be scared and shit, man. Fuck you niggas, man. Two-thirds of the nation of Israel gonna be killed, man. Through Jacob's trouble or ultimately by that goddamn missile. And I cannot wait till you niggas are gone. Y'all gonna be reborn through our loins in the kingdom. But hey, I will love you then, man. We don't love you.
Yahweh Shai Ratazah were of the elect.
And I can't even say that we don't love y'all now because we still rebuking you niggas, man.
That's why we're out here. Our goal is to wake people up, not to just fucking cuss at you, man. We don't want to do that. We'd much rather have you wake up than to cuss you out, man, and rebuke you. We'd rather just have you wake up.
And the only reason
we rebuke you so you better yourself, not so you keep going.
My pops, man, because he was in the military, and he said that because you know when I used to get disciplined and shit, and he used to start yelling and cussing, he was like, "It's a shame I got to talk to you like this, but that's the only time the niggas want to listen," and that's a pure fact, man. Because when he was in the military and they overseas, they interrogating other fucking people. That's the only time the motherfuckers want to talk. after you start cussing at him and shit. And yelling, basically. And that's the only time Jake want to fucking listen, man. You got to cuss his goofy ass out. From the like, what are you yelling for?
Yeah, they don't want to change themselves, but when they see those missiles, now all of a sudden they're going to want to change.
Now everybody going to be one, oh, call Allah Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Please, Baba Kashai, nigga, shut up. You wasn't doing shit, man.
It's ridiculous.
You wasn't doing shit for the whole time, man. You was not out here putting your body up as a living sacrifice. You wasn't making your call in an election sure. You wasn't showing diligence. You wasn't loving your brothers. You wasn't keeping these law, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah, they're the ones. They say that we're all about hate. You're the ones hate, man.
Yeah,
we're showing hate towards Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You're showing hate towards us because we're trying to help you, and you're saying "fuck you," man. Like that. You're the one showing hate.
All they can say is that we. So they say we hate people because we cussing and cussing acting. First of all, when we start reading scriptures, because people think we just be looking up them at camp and be like, hey man, fuck you, man. We don't even do that. They listen to the scriptures, they will explain the scriptures thoroughly, then they say that's not right, then they say fuck you and all this shit, and then we retaliate back because it's like, nigga, you a dumbass. You need to listen and take heed and stop playing around. That's what we do.
Yeah, and they act like we're from a different planet. We were in the same situation as you, man. Exactly. We were in the same situation. We were wicked as hell, and we got rebuked, and we got taught, and we came into this thing. We were in the same situation as you. We're not some foreign species from you, man. We're the same people.
Niggas dumb. Thinking they know something. They dumb. They don't.
Well, that's the thing. If they're, we were all so-called stupid, but then that's why you're supposed to get taught, man. That's why you're supposed to get taught. If you have a child and you never teach him, he's never going to learn anything, and he's not even know how to speak. We're trying to teach you how to speak, man. We're trying to teach you how to walk, so you can, go down the straight gate. They don't see that though, man. They see it as hate.
Hey, man, an adjective for or a synonym for aliens is unfamiliar and disturbing or distasteful. All right, man. We're and some more is unfamiliar, unknown, strange, peculiar. Like, bro, that's all descriptions of us towards these other people, man. We're not familiar with these worldly fucking shits, man. We're to everybody else, we're strange, we're weird.
Yeah, we're weird, we're crazy, we're retarded, we're so-called devil.
I mean, shit, we real life aliens, man. But hey, it's all through, it's all for the Lord, man.
And that's the thing too. People literally be calling us devil worshippers. So God is the devil.
Exactly.
The God of this world is the devil, man. The fuck. So because we're keeping the laws and we're telling you to keep the laws of God, or you claim to believe in, who you say is the holy power, God is always good, but we're worshiping the devil.
Exactly. It's because
I got a precept.
Yet they're in bed with the devil.
Exactly.
Because the devil's Esau, man. Ultimately, right now, they're in bed with Esau. Oh, but you're devil worshippers. You're the one killing your own people spiritually, man.
Exactly. Real quick, before you get that precept, I wanted to say, dang, I forgot. Actually, go ahead, because I forgot what I was going to say. It's going to come back.
This Psalm 69 and verse 4. They that hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of mine head. They that would destroy me, being my enemies wrongfully, are mighty. Then I restored that which I not took away, or which I took not away. And I'm going to jump down to verse 8. I am become a stranger unto my brethren, and an alien unto my mother's children. All right, man. So we're aliens, man. We're aliens to our family. We're aliens to the whole fucking world, man. Because we're not following after their bullshit. We're not following Baal, man. We're not following Nimrod, Tammuz, that bitch Ishtar. Ishtar, some shit like that?
Yeah, Ishtar. Yeah, it's not like the god of heaven worship or something. Or I mean the queen of heaven.
That's that bitch. That's where they got Easter from. That's where they got that shit from. She does that egg shit, and then she's the one that says Nimrod was born through Tammuz, or reincarnated through him, or some shit like that on the 25th of December, man. You know what I'm saying? It's bro. All you have to do is do your fucking research, man. This shit ain't hard.
They don't even really hide it. They don't hide it at all. It's right
at all. It's all fucking Google. It's all goddamn Google on their platform.
There's no use Google to look up Drake songs and Jay-Z songs, but you don't want to look up what the hell you're celebrating every fucking year, man.
That's why that they the devil worshippers. You'll see a video, right, and they see their favorite artist doing devil worshiping shit. They'll say, oh, praise them and praise God for blessing them and stuff like that. That don't make no fucking sense. And then back to where they said we be cussing and everything. But it says, but though I be rude in speech, ye not in knowledge, but we have been through thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. So it's not even a sin to cuss.
Make sure you read what where you got that from so they know.
Con. Yeah.
Oh yeah, slack. This is 2 Corinthians 11 chapter 11 slack verse 6. Yeah, I'll read it again. But thou I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been through made manifest among you in all things. Like they get on to us saying how we are rude to people and we cussing and thinking that we just tap people on the shoulders and say, hey man, you're gonna die, fuck you. Like we don't even do that shit. Like, man, I'm gonna post this on my page, this part really, and add scriptures to it because it don't make no sense.
That's not even the end of it.
Exactly.
Like that's nothing, because pretty soon they're gonna say that we're terrorists, and they're gonna literally come for us. They're gonna find a way, because the apostles actually tell stories about 9/11 happened. 9/11, which was a false flag. Everybody in here knows that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you still there?
Yeah, Con, I'm reading something.
I was just making
sure.
I'm
waiting on y'all to finish so I can
So the apostles, they said 9/11 happened, and they were by the old school, and somebody drove by and said, "Hey man, fuck you! I know that was you," or something. And then they got arrested and everything, man, because they were deemed as terrorists. Everybody in that neighborhood thought they were terrorists. Something like that. I don't know the exact, words that the guy used, but he basically opened the window and said, "Yeah." So they're gonna demonize us. They're gonna, because I'm pretty sure didn't some guy just try to shoot up some place and he had a beard on his face or something? He said he's trying to fulfill prophecy. They're gonna demonize us, man. They're gonna have people like agents dress up like us and commit acts of crime and then mark us as terrorists. We're already on the Southern Poverty Law Center. All they have to do is, and then everybody's gonna look at us as terrorists. We're already known as black extremists, even though none of us are black.
What's that one thing? It's like the list of threats against the government.
Yeah, that's the Southern Poverty Law Center. All the extremist groups. They even got IUIC on there. They got all these Israelite camps. So it's not just GMS. They got everybody on there. They're gonna come for everybody, man. And their congregations aren't warning them about that.
But they gonna fold because they're not the men of the Lord, so they gonna back down.
And because they don't know what's coming. They weren't told it was coming.
Exactly.
IUIC apparently doesn't even teach about Jacob's trouble. They think it's just going to be missiles any day. They don't even teach about a time of trouble. They don't think that's going to happen. Well, it will. And when it does, you're going to be caught off guard because you weren't taught about it, because you wanted to hearken on to a deceiver.
There's like a whole, it's a thing about, I pulled up what you did, but it's like, it's something. Damn, I forgot. It started with an M, I think. It's like the Ku Klux Klan, Black Hebrew Israelites, and something else. I forgot.
That's what people try to compare us to that too. People try to say that we're no different from the KKK. When did we kill anybody? We've never killed anybody.
Bro, like, come on now, bro. We're not going down the street lynching crackers.
Nobody killing. Ain't nobody even fighting. So what are you talking?
They probably get a lot of that fuel from ISUPK too, because they be going to gun ranges and taking pictures with guns. A long time ago, I saw a picture of them posing with a bunch of guns. Come on, man.
It don't even make no sense. They just don't want to hear that truth. They can't handle the truth. We speak truth. They don't know how to react. So that's why they start bugging out and start thinking of a whole bunch of other bullshit. And it's like
Black Hebrew Israelites. That's what they always say too. They always say Black Hebrew Israelites.
Black Hebrew Israelites. What do you mean?
Black every time.
Exactly.
That's a demonizing term. None of us are black, and I'm especially
exactly.
Bro,
that's what it don't make no sense. They make no sense. It's just
that's what they say. They
go off
Black Hebrew Israelites. They're all black, even though nobody's black. First of all, and the whole camp isn't even all so-called black people. You got Latinos, you got Native Americans, and you got confusion of faces. So what's your excuse, man?
What you mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what do you? They go off by feelings because Jake's emotional as fuck.
Well, that's the government, though, that's saying that pushes
the government,
Black Hebrew Israelites. Because a woman actually, there was a so-called Negro woman, but she was actually more on our side when she did that. Some Edomite came up, and he was talking about how he wants to file this thing about black, extremists. And she said there was hardly any evidence of them being harmful compared to white extremists, so-called white. And she just completely shut them down. They're trying to get us to expose us. They're trying to, and I can guarantee I'm I'm not gonna say guarantee, but I'm fairly certain that they're going to say that we, like us, specifically us, rape little girls, and that's what's going to demonize us. And we're going to be arrested for that. That's what they're going to do. I can almost guarantee that. I already see them taking these videos. They're going to take a 2-hour video of GMS, cut out everything except when they say, "Oh, rape," and then they're going to use that on us. That's what the other camps already do to us.
Hey,
and that's
what they're going to do, bro. Yeah, they going, and like you just said, how they be setting up false shit. They probably gonna set somebody up to be in some situation with some little ass girl and try to connect that to the GMS, man.
Yep. And they've already tried doing that, I'm pretty sure. And
probably I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, that's why we also need to limit our so-called cussing and our words. We need to watch our words because they're gonna purposely clip out certain parts of videos, like where you see them saying you're all gonna die or we're gonna kill you, and then they're going to use that against us. That's why we need to watch what we say. That's mainly Elder Malcolm that pushes that. Just cut them with the scriptures. Speak through the scriptures.
Because they gonna use that as ammo. They gonna
and they got a lot of it. They already got a lot of it.
They do,
especially from these other camps. And if they get ISUPK on that, they can get us because we're all so-called Hebrew Israelites. Well, so-called black, I should say, Hebrew Israelites. So they can get all of us with that, even though we're not affiliated with their group.
They got IUIC and ISUPK on this little list.
Yeah, they got all the camps on there pretty much.
It's like a list of hate groups around your state or some shit like that. I ain't seen GMS yet though. They listing everyone in each state, but I ain't seen GMS.
They don't have it on that website.
Oh, let me go to New York because they probably got it in New York.
That they may happen this year, man. They may come for us this year. I definitely wouldn't doubt it.
They ain't got New York in this shit. Yeah, they ain't even got the state of New York. Hey, fuck it. I don't care. Shit. They got all these
going elsewhere, man. Camp, though. Spirit has been going different places. Iwana, what are you holding right now? You still got Second Peter.
I had a precept for I was gonna let y'all finish, but
go ahead and bring it out, and then we're gonna wrap it back into the actual topic.
Okay, this is
we gotta get back to Baruch.
Okay, it's kind of like it's not off topic, but it's still in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just read the scripture first. This is Matthew 24 verse 6. You shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See to not be troubled, for all things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Like I was just gonna say real quick because it was in the part of the conversation that we just finished talking about how people don't want to listen and people don't realize that World War III is coming. A lot of people don't realize that's not gonna happen, and they're like, "Oh man, they're just doing that." You know how many times they say over the years you know how many times that Russia hated us? You know how many times that Russia wanted to do this and do that to us? Man, they're just doing it just to scare us. They'll say something dumb.
Yeah, they act like like it happens all the time.
No, it doesn't, man.
That's what they always try to say. Oh well, there's hurricanes every year. That's not the point. That's not the point at all.
You're not getting it. You're trying to be a basic. You're thinking.
Whenever they say that to you, because they always try to do that. Well, this is just something that happens, or it's just coincidence. Bring out the chip, because that chip was not 30 years ago, man. That chip was not 50 years ago. That chip is right now.
Exactly.
They can't say that's a coincidence.
You know,
you can't get around it.
Like, bro, it don't matter. You still gonna get wasted by a missile. That's the speed of sound, is what Putin says.
It's faster.
Exactly. You can't stop it fast enough, no matter how big your army is. You can't stop a missile.
And just think about that too, because I saw the Pastor Hart's video. For a while I thought it was a whole missile that would hit the country. The missile actually breaks into into tiny warheads, and it just explodes when it hits the ground. That's like it's not even big anymore at that point, but it does that much damage.
Hey man, another thing, bro. You know they ain't gonna be able to stop it because Russia is working on a missile that it said on RT News they're working on a missile that's undetectable.
Yeah, they already got these. They got that torpedo that can cause a tsunami and wipe out like the West Coast or something.
They said Putin said it's invincible. How you gonna stop it? Eve said that.
That's not even it, because people say, well, we can defend against missiles. What about if pretty much every country is shooting a missile at you? How are you gonna stop that, man?
Exactly.
They can't actually do that. They can't stop any missiles. They cannot do that. They can't.
They can't. Can't. They think they can. They keep saying it because it's just like they think that.
Why do they never do that in movies then? Because the movies are supposed to be, semi-realistic. Why do they never do that in movies? They basically never do. It always hits because they can't do anything about that, man.
These niggas think that the United States of America is fucking Wakanda. How they got that big ass force field and shit.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, y'all ain't got that, bro. Like, y'all not gonna be able to stop shit. Like, that's what they be acting like, and this shit's deprived as fuck, bro.
And Yahweh's gonna put his spirit on those missiles too.
Huh.
All right. Did you get you're done with the precept?
Yeah, that was I wanted to get that way before we
okay.
So,
Now we can go.
I'm about to say we got to get back to Baruch, but
yeah, we got to finish the 2 Peter first because that's what we.
Oh damn! All right, better.
Yeah, that's how far we went off, man. Not in a bad way, but I mean that's just
had
to be said.
Spirit, man.
It's fine. We still in the scriptures too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I mean,
hey, but now real quick, I ain't gonna pull it, but how I talked about in 2nd Ezra 16 about how how he been in his arrows, man, and they're not gonna miss.
Yeah, they shoot their sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot in the ends of the world. That's right. They're not gonna miss, man. Don't. I mean, if that's what you're hoping for, anyways, well, it's gonna miss. Okay, let's say it does miss. It's gonna hit right next to you, and then it's gonna shake you or send a tsunami at you. Yeah, how are you gonna miss 200 million missiles? Nobody is that bad, man. I could hop on that fucking shit and shoot at least 200 million missiles and hit you once, man. Come on now.
Fucking retard, yo.
Oh my gosh, bro. All right, go ahead.
Okay, it's lucky I was reading
because we missed those precepts about Egypt, like Isaiah 31 going into woe unto them, and then they go down to Egypt for help, and then I had Isaiah 19:14, which says Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. And a perverse spirit, because or was it you call? Somebody brought out something about perverseness. What was you call?
Come
So yeah, but we're gonna get back to 2 Peter, and then we're gonna go back to Baruch because we literally haven't even gotten to the second verse yet, man.
This is second.
Well, good thing we started early because I mean I don't have anywhere. Obviously, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't think Yawana has work until like 4 p.m.
It's 3 today. They changed it to 3.
Oh well, still a point.
Yeah. I'm just. But
Paul, you got anywhere to go?
Shit, nah. All that I gotta do, I gotta clean up my son and shit. But
all right, so we're good.
This is 2 Peter 2 verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Just Lot. Now that's Lot compared to the whole city of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That shows also, because isn't there a scripture going into how he's going to take one from a field or one from a city or 2 from a city or something? 2 from a family.
Yeah.
I forgot which chapter. Actually, I really forgot what chapter. I did remember reading that scripture though.
Because since we're getting that,
I think it's in Matthew.
If you can find it, Baba Kashak, and then I'm gonna get.
I'm gonna finish real quick.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, verse 8. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. And the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished.
Right. And like Paul said, that faggot walked in, he was vexed, man. That's a perfect example of that.
Exactly.
I got that precept.
All right, go for it.
All right, this Jeremiah 3, verse 14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. For I am married unto you, and I will take you 1 of a city and 2 of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
That's right, man. That's right. And don't necessarily take that literal. You know, it's not always the case, but the point is that there's the vast majority of people is going to be destroyed, which is why I got this, 2 Ezra 9 and 15. I have said before and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. like as a wave is greater than a drop. So just imagine a raindrop compared to an ocean wave, man. That's a big difference. That's a major difference. So anybody got any more? Or we heading back to Baruch?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's all I got.
All right. You want to read, or you want me to read, or?
I can read. Where you want me to start off where I left off at?
Baruch 4 and 2.
Oh, come on. Slack you.
I'm going to some etymology real quick.
Just to read verse 1 real quick so we can recap.
Oh, from chapter 4, right?
Yeah, I just want to read verse 1 real quick, and then you can read verse 2 and then go down. Because I just want to recap what we were just talking about, that whole thing where that stemmed from. Baruch chapter 4, verse 1, this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So we're trying to bring you to life. That's the ultimate. Yahweh, what Yahweh Shai is using us to bring you to life. Because you're Gentiles, and we were Gentiles, and we're trying to bring you into deliverance. We're trying to get you on a chariot, man. Trying to get you saved from the nuclear desolation and get you into the kingdom where you can live good, man, where you can really live your best life. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That ain't what you want to do anything and everything except get right, man. Literally. So go ahead, you want to.
Come on, this is verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
Yeah, this world is darkness. And we have the light. This truth is a light, and that goes into, what is that you call? There's one in Matthew, and it goes into hiding a light under a bushel, that a light on a hill cannot be hid.
God, let me get it real quick. You precepting it?
It's Matthew 5, and you can start at well, you can start at verse 10, really, because it's heavy in itself. 10 down to 16.
You said it was Matthew what?
Oh, man. Okay. Matthew 5, and start at 10, and read down to 19. I guess.
All right, this is Matthew 5, verse 10. It's a lot. I know. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely.
Now wait, what did that just say? All manner of evil against you falsely. And just like the Pharisees did to Yahweh Shai, they tried to pin him with something and they couldn't. They had 2 false witnesses on them, and that's the same thing they're going to do now while you rape little girls. That's what our own people even say. The other camps even say that. We don't do that shit. And that doesn't even make sense. They don't have proof. They don't have
the proof? That's what I'm saying. Where's the proof that we raped little girls?
And what even is a little girl in their definition? Like, honestly. Because according to, when we're bringing, not even according to us, according to the customs, when a woman gets a period, when a girl gets a period, she's a woman. That's how it was in the ancient world in the West. So how is that a little girl if that's a woman at that point? First of all, just to put that out there, but we understand that we're in America and we don't follow that. Because men would become, boys would become men at like 13, 14 also, man.
And then you get them niggas like Polite that'll come up and be like, because he tried to switch it on the brother at camp. Because the brother.
Are you talking about when he went to like Florida? Wasn't it like Tampa or something?
Yeah, Florida. Yeah, Miami. Yeah.
Miami, that's what it is.
Yeah, he was talking to me. And the brother was like saying something about how he looks at women and shit like that. And he was like, okay, so since you say that a woman or that a girl becomes a woman when she has a period, so around 12 to 14 or some shit like that. So he's like, so you're looking at little kids. And it's like, nigga, like, why are you trying to do this shit? Like, stop. That nigga.
We don't do that here, man. That's not what we do.
That's what they defeat. That shit goes over their fucking head, man.
They defeat the purpose of being
but all things are not expedient. Simply paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So we're not.
The rape thing is literally just a law, man. It's literally if this happened, this is what you do. And that's what Apostle Hart said, because he's like, when we were at the old school, we would go through Hebrew every Saturday. Now all of a sudden we talk about this, and now they forgot the Hebrew. They don't know what Hebrew is anymore. Because you look into the Hebrew words, and it clearly tells you. Because I broke it down for you guys, even though you heard it. Remember, it was straightforward. It was so obvious what it was talking about, man. and they just don't see it. They can say whatever the hell they want to say, man. At the end of the day, they're going to be destroyed for that, and they're going to have to answer for their words.
Exactly. They don't got to listen to what we got to say, but take it up with the Lord.
Exactly. We didn't make it like that.
Exactly. This ain't from us. This ain't our words. This ain't how we feel. This ain't opinions.
Yeah, we don't choose when people become adults, man. That was what Yahweh did. And how are you going to tell Yahweh that he's doing something that he is off, man? How are you going to tell him that?
He made you. So what do you mean?
Exactly. All right, go ahead, you call Salakia. Just man.
All right, this is verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
You want to get Ecclesiastes 1:9, Baba Kashem.
Okay.
That's heavy. This is verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
And the new covenant is writing the laws in our inward parts. So why would the law be done away with?
Fucking retarded.
Right. Yeah.
Bugged out Christians, man. We that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother lesson, man. Because you niggas are just bug outs. This is verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Exactly. And it said, do and teach them. Do the commandments and teach people to keep the commandments.
All right. The scriptures say, be not hearers of the word only. Some paraphrasing.
Yeah, that's in James.
I got that Ecclesiastes 1:9.
All right. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and which is done is which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
Right. So they persecute the prophets, are going to persecute us.
Exactly.
The prophets are back now, and that's why they're getting persecuted. The people wanted them to speak smooth things onto them. They didn't want to hear about getting destroyed. They didn't want to hear about getting, or having to repent. So it's the same thing now. They don't want to hear that. All right. Anybody got more? Or are we going back to Baruch?
I'm good.
All right.
Who's reading?
I got it. I was just
Go ahead.
All right, this is verse 3. Give not honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to Yahweh are made known unto us. Be of a good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved power to wrath.
And how? How do we move into wrath? Because we were disobedient, because we didn't keep the commandments.
God. This is our punishment.
Exactly.
But like you said, man, we weren't put here for our destruction, man. So we're not gonna just be utterly destroyed here, man. Scripture say,
I was merciful.
Destroy the house of Jacob. He's gonna save that remnant. So really, man, the elect is the salvation for all. That's how all of Israel gonna be fucking saved. First and foremost through Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, which actually that proves even. That proves even more that nothing new is under the sun. Because Noah was saved, everybody else was wiped out except him and his sons, and that's how they replenished the earth again.
So yeah, we the new Noah, man. You know what I'm saying?
And Noah's one of the prophets is back too.
Major prophet, man.
You got that.
They was telling them destruction, but he was telling destruction that's going to be by water. We're now telling the destruction that's going to be by fire.
And man, and Salak, man, but y'all lucky that the Lord he's really graceful right now, man, because he saved 8 people during that flood, man. 8 people. He saved more animals than you niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Now
that's even to us
now
too.
he's giving it right. Now he's giving it to a third, man. A whole that's a. I mean, it's a small number, but it's a big ass number.
None of us even deserve it, man. But he's still doing it.
Exactly.
And that's to the people that are showing, because nobody's worthy of it. But that's to the people that are showing him that they're at least trying to be right.
Man. Because we know that we can't keep the laws, man, because we're in this flesh. You know, so we're not going to be able to keep 100% of the laws, man. We're still in captivity. But if you show the Lord that you actually want this thing, man, he's going to give you that reward, man.
If you got that drive for it, that passion.
Man. Just like these crackers tell you got to have passion for their worldly shit, man. You got to have passion for this truth. All right, exactly. You got to want to do this. You can't just, I got to go do this work again. I got to go out and teach again. Like, nigga, if you doing that, bro, the Lord will be like, fuck you, nigga. I don't need you.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell?
That's
like,
right.
The Lord the Lord don't need any of us, man. That's why brothers got to remain humble. And there's a lot of people that come into this truth and start to smell themselves thinking that they somebody. And you forgot who gave you this shit in the first place, man.
Forgot where you came from.
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua gave you this truth through the men through his men. All right,
exactly.
First and really through GMS. So for all you other camps talking all that shit, man, y'all forgetting who the hell taught you, man.
Exactly. Really and that goes even further back, because they say that there's other camps that don't believe that Abba Bivens was Elijah. They don't believe that King Mashal was King David. They're just completely throwing everything in the garbage, man.
Fucking disrespectful, man. You niggas don't honor, bro. You're not giving double honors to the apostles and the elders, man. You know
exactly.
And
our apostles still give honors to their elders.
These other camps are gonna confuse you and make you bug out.
And I got a preset for that. I'm y'all can keep reading. Well, actually, hold on real quick. I think I got it. I had to look for my notes.
Malachi, you want me to continue real quick while you looking for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 7, for ye, Slakia. Yeah, verse 7. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to Yahweh.
Exactly, which is what they do right now. Because they spend their time worshiping Serapis. Like it said in verse 3, it said, give not thine honor to another. Now, people will use that verse and say, see, Yahweh Shai doesn't exist. No, that's not what that's talking about, man. Because we don't put Yahweh Shai on the same level as Yahweh. We understand that he's under, but he's second in command. He's still far above us. So we
far above
Yahweh
us.
And Yahweh Shai. Exactly.
He's extremely far
compared to how high he is, man.
He's extremely above us because he's the one that saved us, man. So
but that's the thing too. But he still washed his disciples' feet, and he still calls us brethren, man.
Come on, man.
There's a level.
So if Yahweh Shai can be humble, who the fuck are we, man, to be boastful and all this bullshit, man?
Exactly. There's levels to this. There's Yahweh Shai, men, women, and children. That's literally how it is.
Yeah. There's more specific than that, but that's the ultimate idea, yeah. Because you got King David, and then the archangels, and then the elect, the 1/3, and stuff like that. But
yeah. Hey, I got this precept real quick. It's going into giving honor to the apostles and elders. This 1 Timothy 4:14. Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of the presbytery. All right, and if you go to you go on the Blue Letter, man, and you look up that word presbytery. I don't know how to pronounce this a lot, but the definition of it, body of elders, Senate, council. All right, man. So that's you have to give honor to the apostles, man. All right, and neglect not the gift that was given to you by them.
It was 1 Timothy 4 and what now, Oxalakia?
4:14.
4:14.
That last word of that scripture, that means body of elders, Senate, council.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I got that highlighted.
Another one is the elders of any body of Christians, but we're not Christians. I mean, but the word.
Well, we are Christians. We're the real Christians.
Yeah, what I'm saying. the word Christian means followers of Christ, Hamashiach. So, I mean, we are the real Christians, but we just don't
those
go.
people aren't Christians, man. They're fucking.
Yeah, because they don't
Christians
follow
are
Yahushua.
Israelites that follow Yahweh Shai. That's what
Exactly.
Christians are.
They
Basically,
don't follow Yahweh
Messianic Israelites. That's what it is.
God.
But yeah, the brother Adawan had went to that etymology a couple weeks ago, and he pulled that up. I was like, yeah, that's your fire.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's the spirit.
Because if you read that, you know, you're not. A lot of people, shit, they ain't gonna know that. I didn't know what that meant when I first read it. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Shit. Presbytery.
You talking about the the last word? Yeah.
How do you pronounce it again? It's called presbytery. Presbytery.
Hey, that might be it. I honestly.
I was just sounding.
Yeah, I don't know. Presbytery. I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is it means body of elders.
That's heavy.
It is heavy.
So, yeah,
I'm saying, like, I was reading the scripture. I was like, yeah, it does explain about the elders of GMS, the prophets.
But that's why when you read it, man, it's so important to go into the etymology of words that you may not know, because there's so many more things that we can cut niggas with regarding giving double honor to the apostles and the elders, man.
It gives you more understanding of the precept when you get what the words mean.
Exactly.
It's good to look into the blue letter and then look into the etymology also of it.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, because when you gotta, this is why you have to break down the scriptures, because you're not gonna get the full understanding. Because people just go by off like.
Well, you gotta have the spirit first of all.
Yeah, the spirit.
Yeah, right.
Kind of spirit, of course, the spirit. But to break it down, these Christians just reading, they're like, oh well, since I just read that means this.
They just read it like a typical book.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a normal book you can just pick up from the library and just read it and be like, oh man, I read this. You know, some shit like that. That's just how simple and basic they are. So they do the most simplest and basic things.
People don't respect the apostles and elders, man. I've seen plenty of people that came in a few years ago and they all of a sudden think they're not on the level of Apostle Tahar, but above it. So,
that shit don't make no sense.
That shit don't make no sense.
It doesn't even matter who you are, what prophet you were, or anything. If you just came into this life, then you don't have a remembrance of foreign things. So you should be getting taught by them again.
Man. Because, you name somebody that was above Apostle Paul. Baba Kashan.
Well, Apostle Paul wasn't even of the 12. So Peter.
All right. So, so brother could be reincarnated as Peter.
Well, that's a bad example for me. My bad, because King Masha was an elder of Apostle Tahar, and he was Peter. But
okay. Hey, yeah, con.
You get the point, though.
We get. Yeah, y'all get the point, man. You know what I'm saying? The point
that was just terribly set up on my part, man.
You good? But the point is, man, a brother could be reincarnated as a prophet.
What about? Well, we could say Elijah, because Peter's above Elijah, and Elijah was a teacher of King Masha. Abba Bivens was King Masha's elder.
So what I'm saying, you could be, above somebody, like spiritually and stuff, like as far as according to the book. But man, if you just come into this truth, man, you still got to give double honors, man.
Exactly.
So you can't just be, I'm king.
Yeah, Yahweh was the top guy on the planet. He still he still understood that Yahweh was above him, and he acknowledged that, and he was really humble, man. Even though he knew he was above them, and the son of Yahweh, he still washed their feet, man, and still treated them like they were on the same level, except students.
Man.
It's not like he was smacking them around saying, do this, do that, because I'm better than you. He didn't do that, man. Complete opposite.
Hey, man. Yahweh Shah was the most humblest man to walk the earth, man.
Exactly.
The greatest man to walk the earth.
That's why in our videos we always give double honor to the apostle of GMS. That's the first thing. That's like one of the very first things we say in the sentence.
Apostle and elders, and I saw another example of humility that I like in terms of like in this flesh, like within decades. If you guys watch the Apostles Live, there's a brother named Elder Sakaran, and he's been in this thing for like 27 years. But every time he's with the Apostles, he's a reader, and he has no problem with that. He just reads. Like, he reads. He brings out scripture. He's not like
about, I think I know who you're talking about.
He's usually behind the camera with some of the other apostles. He's been in for 27 years or something. He's been in with Apostle Hart, because you sent that wasn't it you sent that old picture of Apostle Tahar teaching GMS, like old video?
Con.
Yeah, Elder Sakaron was in that. But he's a reader. He reads. He has no problem with order and humility, man. That's a good example. I mean, I like that example because we can look at Yahushua and then all this, but that's way, like I'm just saying like a closer, more relatable thing at the moment because, he lives in America and it's the same. You get what I mean?
Con, yeah, I get, yeah.
Because Yahushua is obviously the best example, but that's just a more recent example of that. I noticed that. I was meditating upon that because he's been in for so long, but he's still just, he's not like a main speaker like Apostle R. He just reads, and he has no problem with that, man. You gotta,
he didn't go start his own thing, like since y'all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go start my own camp.
He's not considered an apostle, but he's still in GMS. He didn't start his own camp. There's people that will come in, be in for 2 years, and then start a new camp. Think they're better than the apostles, man. Come on, man.
They don't know what they're talking about, man.
Because they just want to be a leader. That's why you got to look up the definition of upstart. That's exactly what they are. It's exactly what they are, man. Are we heading back to Baruch?
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, this is
I think we're on verse 8.
Yeah, verse 8.
Yeah.
Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
Yeah, they forgot him. They forgot all about him, man. And he created us. And that's another humbling thing. We are created from the ground, man. Like as people created from the ground. First we were spirits, but I'm saying our bodies are like created from the ground, man. We're literally dirt. Like stuff like that. That's humbling in itself, man.
And doesn't it like how it explains to how we are brown people? Because we came from the mud and from the not mud from the ground.
Well, yeah, mud technically is you go into the word dust and it goes into mud and clay, that same type of color.
And that's brown.
I'll be right back.
All right.
But yeah, that's the color of because it's brown. Dirt is brown, mud is brown, clay be brown.
Like I said, man, the so-called white people, they're light all the time. Like their blood shows forth through the skin all the time. If a so-called black person will scrape their elbow, it will look like them, like under the layers of skin. Or they'll have a skin disease. What is it called? Like vitiligo or something like that?
I don't know. It's like I think I know what you're talking about. Like when they got like little brown spots.
Yeah, it's called vitiligo. It starts with a V. And they get these spots and it's leprosy. And people see that. It's like that's a skin disease. So-called white people look like that all the time, but they're superior. Come on, man.
Especially when they get old, they look gross. You not notice that our people don't look gross when they get old, but when we see a so-called white person eat them,
when they look old, you think they're like half the age that they really are.
Like she's 60, but nigga, she look like she's 140. That's gross.
All the facts are there, man. Should we wait to continue Baruch when your call gets back?
You can if you want. It really don't matter to me.
Well,
I say we should wait.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we can hop on a different subject till he get back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Mark of the Beast is the year of the Mark of the Beast, which is the microchip. They're gonna push it, man. They're gonna push it. So
I just watched a video earlier about how and reworded the words. Apostle Tahar posted it. It was when I sent in the group.
Elon Musk, how he said it was the Mark of the Beast.
He himself even.
Yeah. What said in that video? He said it was like he literally said it was.
He didn't literally say it, but when you real deal listen to what he's saying, he's basically saying like one of the other Edomites asked, so this is like basically gonna like destroy mankind. He didn't say it. All of it is. He said a lot of people is gonna be like a downfall for a lot of people. A lot. He's like a little bit of the world. He didn't say a little bit of the world, but he said it. He took it in context. Like he kind of. Slocky, my computer went to sleep. He kind of I don't know. You just gotta watch it because when it's small words that you pick up what he's saying because he looks like he wants to say what he wants to say, but knowing he's on camera and the way he looks in the camera, it's just like, he's trying. He knows something.
He's keeping his mouth shut.
His mouth shut because low-key he'd probably get killed for that or something. So
yeah, like that Aaron Russell guy or something. He was interviewed by Alex Jones because he was a friend of Nicholas Rockefeller, and he was bringing out how their plan is to ship everybody. That's their ultimate goal is to put a chip in everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked up how he died, and it said he died from bladder cancer. He was killed, man. They killed him. They clipped him.
It's all sacrifice, man. When they say, like we'll say, I'll use an example as a celebrity. You know how magically just a celebrity's mom or brother.
Yep. Right when you said that, right when you said you were talking about celebrities, I thought of Kanye and his mother or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Kanye's mom.
Somebody close to them. That's a sacrifice.
P. Diddy's mom just mysteriously died, and he and explained her death. She's just dead. I don't know if they put out an excuse now or a reason why she died now. I just remember when I first saw it, it said mysterious death. I said, he sacrificed her. There's no way.
Yeah, it's somebody close to them. There was actually, if you know the ASAP mob, there was one guy, I forgot what his name was.
ASAP Yams?
Yeah, yep.
The guy with the little thing on his
he was done. Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. He was done with he's an Ephraimite. He was done with drugs. And then out of nowhere, they said he overdosed. Like, what? And there's a picture of the ASAP mob standing in a pentagram, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was there in that picture, but he was probably sacrificed, man. And then they got all these songs. They say, "Well, I sold my soul to the devil," and this and that. But all of a sudden, that doesn't mean anything. Well, they're just joking. Nobody jokes about that shit.
Nobody jokes like that's what I'm saying. Like
they're dead ass serious.
You ever heard? You heard Eminem's new album called Kamikaze?
No, I haven't heard that.
Listen to the song, and listen to Eminem's second verse. It's called crap. What is it called? It's featured. Just type in Eminem featuring Joyner Lucas, and he said I sold my soul for a couple Grammys or some things like that. And I was like, bro, now I feel like he really did that because I used to think Eminem used to be. I mean, he still kind of is one of my top favorite rappers, but I look at him different now.
I think it could be Jake.
He could be Jake, but I'm talking about the concept of him selling his soul. I can believe.
Yeah. I'm just saying, because he grew up in Detroit and he had no dad, so it sounds like a Jake to me.
He only hung around Jake.
Yeah,
acting like Jake, talking like Jake. And the thing is, he didn't even really. He doesn't even say the N word. So I mean, he's a humble Jake. Like he knows what to say and what to do. So I mean, Eminem, I give it to him because he's smart. So because he knows what to say and do. But
and then what about when you play songs backwards? And people say because they'll say because the Dora theme song it's like worship Satan or something or we love Satan or some shit. And people are like, well, that's just a coincidence. So it's a coincidence that like every fucking song backwards is a completely different song talking about Satan and completely messed up shit.
I can't say too much on that because I don't really listen to that stuff, so I can't get it.
Oh, I got into that a long time ago, man. You definitely could look into those. Like there's songs backwards. Pokemon, Dora, Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, all these different rap songs. It's just backwards and it's just something like it's
it's a lot. All that shit backwards is fucking. They got messages. They put all the messages.
Yeah, and people say, well, that's just coincidence. Nigga, bro, if I did that, so how do you create a song and just out of nowhere backwards is talking about Satan? Yeah, that's something I just do on a daily basis because I know how to do that. They do that on purpose, man. It's witchcraft.
Exactly, because think about it. When you realize how a rapper changes when they get put on versus before they get put on, y'all not notice that how they act and everything. They change up their music, they change up their ways so quickly.
Yeah,
like remember, we'll talk about this faggot, Lil Uzi Vert. That nigga's done. When he first,
he even said that everybody that listens to his music is gonna burn in hell with him.
Yeah, it was basically it was that one big. I mean, his music in general, but it was one big song that really blew up. They were like, you stay listening to that song, you're gonna go to hell with me. We all gonna be chilling in hell. But
and you know what that crowd did? They started cheering.
You said what's up?
Oh my gosh!
What he said
at a concert, and the crowd started cheering right after that. It's like nigga, y'all niggas are stupid.
What song was that? What song was he talking about?
It's called
All My Friends Are Dead.
That XO Tour Life shit.
Yeah, it's
All My Friends Are Dead. Yeah, of course.
Everybody praises that song. You not realize it's a chant. It's a what they call it? Damn. It's damn. It's like a mind control type of thing.
Yeah, I mean they put demons on you. The music.
Love it and other people try to get you to listen to that song like dying because
there's apparently some song which is not a rap song or anything, but it's an old song and apparently everybody that listens to it all of a sudden wants to kill themselves because that's how demonic it is or something like that. It just makes you want to kill yourself. It's so depressing.
That XXXTentacion nigga.
No, it's not that.
No, not him. I'm talking about just his music in general. Because ever since he came out, everybody wants to kill themselves, no matter how old. They got niggas that are way younger than us want to kill themselves. Like, nigga, why do you want to kill yourself?
You notice that too. These people that are completely irrelevant and they have garbage ass music just all of a sudden get a million hits and like out of nowhere, man.
Exactly. When he blew up, bro, and I listened to that first song he ever dropped because everybody was telling me to listen to it.
Are you talking about the one that "Look at Me"?
Yeah, Look At Me shit. I was like,
bro, that's what
he said. The gayest shit I ever heard in the song. I was like, bro, why do y'all like this? I just listened to this nigga say the gayest shit I ever heard in my life.
Yeah, and if you listen to his older songs were actually good. They weren't like that. They were like more like a I don't know what. If you haven't heard it, I don't know. It wasn't even really rap. It was just like a really like mellow type of relatable thing. It wasn't anything like that fucking screaming shit that he did.
Like I said, when they get put on, they make music.
Yeah, because the elites tell them what to do. They want them to do. They want them to push certain things. That's why Lil Uzi Vert dressed up like a faggot. And you notice that like over time, because in the 90s, rappers were gangsters and stuff, NWA, Tupac, and now all of a sudden you got people with fucking pink hair and their nails painted and shit, man.
Exactly, Lil Pump flashing his money, eating his money with niggas' nails black and purple. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? This is rap 2018. Like, is this what rap is? Because me, I was even now, even when I was in the world, I just always liked rap music. I always liked old school.
Yeah, me too. I actually heard an old school song, and it's called "Mass Appeal" by Gang Starr. It's like an old song. It's from the 90s, and it's called "Mass Appeal." And he said something about people selling their soul for mass appeal. Exactly. He said that right in the song. That was like in the first couple lines of the song. He said it.
People think they gain money for their success. Nah, you taking a plea deal. Not even a plea deal, just a deal.
They sell their soul for attention, for views and stuff. Because there's a lot of people that have talent, but they don't get recognition, and they sell their soul for recognition.
Eminem even said in his song, he said, "I just try to do it just for the fucking recognition." He said, "Fucks this shit. What's the difference?" He even said it in the same song that I told you about when your call wasn't in the room.
Kanye West, when he was on a concert, he said, "I sold my soul to the devil." People still don't get it, man.
And the nigga said at least it comes with a couple of benefits like a Happy Meal. Like, nigga, you just compared this shit to a McDonald's Happy Meal. I don't think.
Yeah, that's how easily
you're in your right state of mind.
So he said,
"Hey, but not a lot of niggas. They don't even willingly do that shit though, bro. Like, they cause I seen it in a video. It's like they may hang out with some people, like of the record company, but they still thinking about it. But they get like super fucked up, and then after that, they they wake up the next morning, they don't know what the fuck happened, and they go to the thing, and it's like, you gonna sign this deal, and if they say no, they be like, nigga, no, man, play this nigga the tape, man, and it's a tape of that nigga getting fucked by some nigga.
Exactly,
and that's how they get basically forced in.
I get what you mean.
Contract.
So they got something against you, right?
They're like, so you
sign this contract, or we gonna put this video out.
Aaron Russell, he talked about that, how the elites, they got some, like, well, the apostles talked about that with the secret societies. He said it was something, they had you, like, sleep in a coffin naked and tell them everything that you have problems with or something, so they have something against you, so you can't just, speak on it or anything. That's what it was. Because they were talking about how the secret societies, like the Skull and Bones at the Yale thing, they're talking about how they get you to tell them, like, your darkest secrets, so they got stuff to pull out on you in case you speak too much about it in public.
I got a question in Aki. So y'all saying as when they have dirt on you, you're saying there's hold on, let's see if I can word this right.
Well, either basically you conform or they destroy your life. That's basically what they do.
This is how some rappers get exposed, like stuff that's leaked.
Yeah, it's faggots and stuff. Yep.
Stuff, man. I knew something was up about that because I wasn't thinking it too hard in context like how we are right now. But I used to think of a different way. I was like, they doing something to where they trying to back down and they don't want to listen to it like that. So like, all right, then we're gonna hit you with this. If you're not fooling with it, we're gonna hit you with this. So that's how I see a lot of people will fold over stuff like that.
That's what they do to whistleblowers. Somebody talking, about the CIA releasing stuff, they'll give them warnings, and then if they don't listen after so long, they're gonna demonize them, and then they'll just kill them.
Holy shit!
That's what they do, man. They don't fuck around with that.
Exactly.
I mean, you go back 25 years ago, nobody knew who the Illuminati was. Maybe one guy, but they'd say, "Well, put your tinfoil hat back on." Now everybody knows about that because they're getting exposed, making Esau bare.
That's how some of these rappers are saying, "Hey, run your own business or whatever. Don't sign to no labels." Because some rappers,
Yeah, because then you sell your soul when you do that. Basically, that's how they get you.
That is just making sense. Rich, y'all know the rapper Richie Kid?
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
He's been saying some stuff lately, and lately he's been getting hurt, and this nigga stays going to the hospital. This nigga
he getting fucked up because he didn't sign. He has his own record label company, and he
got out of record company. He's been bashing it. So
no, he has his own label. Like he has artists signed under him, and they want him to sign to somebody else, and they like nah, or he's like nah, and then the nigga get fucked up now.
I mean, you look at Drake's album, like Drake. First of all, his symbol is like a hand with a 6 or something. And he said, you look at one of his albums, it's 6 God, 6 man, the 6. Like, what the fuck? Come on, man. How can you not see how satanic that shit is, man?
And then he says one song, he said turn that 6 into a 9 or some or whatever. He said some shit like that in one of his songs.
Yeah, it's so fucking satanic, man.
Niggas are demonic. Niggas keep saying bless them. Bless them with what? Nigga, they demons. This is how they got their money. This is how they got put on. They being
and Beyonce is definitely Jay-Z and Beyonce are the biggest.
They done.
Yeah. Beyonce was talking about how she'd be somebody different when she gets on the stage because she gets possessed by a devil or something. My gosh, because you remember Yahushua, he dealt with people possessed with demons so bad at the point where they were, just completely like controlled by him. Those demons were violent. It was the same thing.
Different people and shit.
Yeah, because that one guy went in trying to rebuke those demons, and they ripped his clothes off and beat him up and shit. Like, come on, man. The same stuff is here right now. There's demons around us trying to get us all the time. That's why sometimes you'll find yourself in sleep paralysis, man. Because the demons are getting a hold of you and they're trying to beat you up and kill you and all that.
Define sleep paralysis. Like I've heard the word many a time.
That's when you wake up basically, but you can't move. You're just stuck there. You can hear, you can see, you can smell all that, but you can't move your body. And people usually see, like somebody said they saw this black figure and it just came and sat on their chest and started choking them, man.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a demon, man.
Damn.
That shit is scary.
I never experienced none of that before. So what the fuck?
More of that's gonna come, man. Apparitions are going to come in a whole new way, and it's going to make people want to kill themselves. Just like the movie Bird Box. That same stuff, man. Those type of apparitions are going to make people want to kill themselves because of how scary that. Because in the scriptures they describe certain angels as being scary looking. What about demons, man?
Demons is man.
They're going to be really terrifying looking, and they're going to make people want to kill themselves.
Yeah, because they're so scared. They're tired of seeing what they see.
Exactly.
They try to get away by killing themselves.
And Revelations talks about people trying to get death, and it's going to flee from them. Not going to be able to kill themselves. Are we going back to Baruch now?
No, we can't. He calls.
Yeah, we were talking about that because we were waiting for you to come back, and then you just hopped in. He just kept going.
We kept going because it was a heavy topic, man. Like I said, we still.
Well, the Spirit's bringing out everything. This is all through the scriptures, man.
And I titled it
soul and all that.
I just titled it just January 1st, 2019. So we just talking about all this bullshit that's going to be pushed and was already being pushed. Because
you could change it to Baruch 4 and various topics. That's probably what you can do. You there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, we're heading back to Baruch.
Where?
All right, this is this is verse 9. But when she saw the wrath of Yahweh coming upon you, she said, "Hearken, O ye that dwelled about Sion, Yahweh hath brought upon me great mourning."
Now this is the land of Israel speaking. This is supposed to be personification. It's really heavy. Go ahead.
Or it's like my computer fell asleep. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. With joy did I nourish them, but sent them away with weeping and mourning. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow or forsaken of many, who for the sins of children am left desolate, because they disparate from the law of power.
Because they depart from the law of Yahweh. So the land, because it's personification, the land is saying she's a widow. She's without children and all of that because our people Well, and that also proves that sin is transgression of the law, 1 John 3 and 4, because it says, who for the sins of my children am left desolate because they depart from the law of Yahweh. So sin is transgression of the law. So because we depart from the law and we went, if you read Baruch 4 and 1, we're like it says right here, this is the Baruch 4 and 1, this is the book of the commandments of Yahweh and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So we left it. We departed from it. Now we're receiving death. We're receiving punishment for it.
Huh.
Unless you got something to add, you can keep going.
I got an add. This is verse 12. Oh, wait, no, verse 13, Slocky. They know not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments, nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness. Let them that dwell about Sion come. Remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting hath brought upon them. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation of a strange language, who neither reverenced old man nor pitied child.
Now hold on. You call, if you remember, in Deuteronomy 28, I think verse 54 talks about people with the language you don't understand coming to get you.
Con, I got you.
I think it's 54 on down.
Yeah.
But I'm going to check.
This Deuteronomy 28.
No, 49, Slovakia.
Yeah,
49.
yeah, 49.
Well, you can really start at
48.
Yeah, 48. Yep.
This Deuteronomy 28, 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
Well, it's specifically Yahweh. That's why it says the Lord caps is Yahweh there.
Con.
But there are certain instances where you can say Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, but because remember Yahweh Shai was in the flesh also in these times, at certain particular times. But I don't know if he was in captivity like that. Well, I mean, when he was Yahweh Shai, we were under Roman captivity, so he was. But I mean, you get what I mean. Like right now, he obviously is in the heavens. But go ahead, Salakia. Just wanted to clarify.
Con, you good. And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke.
You muted yourself.
Salakia, Akin, fucking keep goddamn calling.
What happened?
My damn woman keep calling. She about to piss me the fuck off.
Can you put your phone on Do Not Disturb?
Yeah, I'm about to, because I just did that shit. She pissed me off like, dumbass. If I decline your call the first time, hey man, we ain't gonna get personal. Fuck it. Verse 48. And in one of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Now look up yoke of iron and press images. Who are you gonna see, man?
Con, you gonna see all Jakes, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You gonna see all our people.
And you're probably even gonna see this verse. Like you're gonna see Deuteronomy 28 and 68 and all that on
they be having like collages and shit.
Exactly.
That's how you show that slavery was through the scriptures.
Can you elaborate on that, Baba Kasha?
Yeah, I got you. I was going to say it's Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Because here, I'm going to read it real quick. And the Lord shall bring into Egypt again with ships. What are the ships? The ships that the enemy...
Cargo slave ships, yeah. Transatlantic slave trade.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, these thou see more again. And there ye shall be sold of your enemies. Who are the enemies? The so-called white man, the Edomites.
Yeah. And the other nations too, because we were sold to the Arabs also, and also
we were even sold.
Now I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you guys. Well, go ahead and finish first.
Right,
what are you going to say?
We sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Meaning you redeem you. Nobody's going to redeem you. And it said, "Thou shalt see it no more again," which is the land. And we're not going to see it again until Yahweh puts us there. Now I'm going to ask you guys this. See if you know who funded the transatlantic slave trade.
The Jews and the Amalekites.
Yep. Did you know that, Ioana?
Actually, I didn't.
Yeah, they did. They funded it, and the Arabs built the ships or something like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
The Amalekites funded it. The Ishmaelites built.
That's why they're so rich too. That Wells Fargo Bank it goes back to slavery. They made so much money off of that.
And the fucking Hamites sold us into slavery.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they even actually had slaves too.
I was going to say the Hamites, they the one that sold us.
All right, call. You can go ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I just wanted to break down Deuteronomy 28 and 68 real quick.
This Deuteronomy 28:49. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee.
Well, yeah, you wanted to break it down.
Oh, I thought you already did it.
No, I did. I said I wanted to break it down real quick.
Oh,
Con, Salaki.
I thought you said you wanted to right now. I was gonna say I thought we broke it down. But...
That pretty much what we just said summed up Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It's basically summed it up. But continue.
Yeah, but the Baruch 4, it goes directly with this. Like it literally, because in Baruch 4 we just read, what verse we read? We just read
14. No, 14. Sorry.
No, 15, because you said, for he hath brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation, it says a strange language, who neither reverenced old man nor pity child. And this literally is exactly what this says.
Salaki.
Go ahead, you call.
Con. The Lord Yahweh, this is verse 49. The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
That's Esau, because that's his eagle. Obadiah 1 and 3-4 talks about that.
And that's how you know America's spiritually Rome and Babylon and shit, man, because all their symbols has something to do with a fucking eagle, man.
Yeah.
Each and every goddamn one of them.
Well, which the Babylonians wasn't Edomites at the time. I don't remember who exactly it was.
I think it was Hamites.
Yeah, that's what I want to say too, but I'm not sure. I think it is.
Yeah, I ain't too sure either. But that's just,
that's what we think. But we can
my
look into that
opinion.
after. Yeah. But what we believe. Go ahead.
Oh, keep reading the Deuteronomy?
Yeah.
Okay. This is verse
50. Verse 50 also is exactly what it's saying too.
Yeah.
So how they weren't going to regard anybody or pity anybody.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, no, nor show favor to the young.
Exactly. That's straightforward. So they don't pity anybody. That's why they were feeding our babies to alligators and shit, man. That's why King David said, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. I don't know if that's, I think it's in Psalms. I don't know if it's 137 or where it is exactly.
That shit's ridiculous, yo. Feeding baby the alligators, like.
As bait, yeah. Here, I'll get
that. That's
that.
all right, though, man. Fucking we keep doing that same shit to their kids, man. It's all good.
Yeah, 130. Psalms 137 and 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. And they also actually would hang pregnant women. And when they hung those pregnant women, they would cut their stomach open and let the baby hang out, and some dogs would rip the baby apart. They did that type of shit, Esau, man. They're really fucked up.
Esau, boy.
And that's just what they tell us. Not even the stuff that you can dig into books and find. Because Elder Malcolm, I watched a video that he brought out. When they'd lynch Jake, they cut his rod off. They cut his fingers off. They would cut his fingers off or take his hair out, and they'd send that in postcards to people with the picture of him hung there. There's a little picture of that. They took a picture of a postcard that had 2 Jakes hanging, that were hanged, and then they had some of his hair in the picture on the envelope, like his literal hair. That's the type of stuff they did. They burn you while you're hanging there. And that's another thing, because when the Bible, when we hanged people, we would bring them down at sunset. Because Joshua actually hanged some kings, something like that. Once the sun went down, we'd take them down. Esau left them up all the time, like their ornaments.
Yeah, decomposing and shit. Like, hey, man.
All right,
Esau, boy. Esau, man, you a funny man.
So what now? I was reading
back in Baruch.
All right, come.
Verse 16.
These have carried away the dear beloved children of the widow, and left her that was long desolated without daughters. But what can I help you? For he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies.
Yeah, not money, not Esau delivering you from himself, but Yahweh through his son Yahushua on this side.
God.
Go ahead.
Go your way, O my children, go your way, for I am left desolate. But I put off the clothing of peace and put upon me the sackcloth of my prayer. I will cry unto the everlasting in my days. Be of a good cheer, O my children, cry upon the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power in the hands of the enemy. For my hope is the everlasting that will save you, and joy is come unto me from the Holy One, because of the mercy which shall soon come unto from the everlasting our Savior.
The mercy, because Yahweh is merciful. Because remember, this is the land, this is personification, which is, the land speaking, because the land doesn't actually, speak, but this is personification. This is what the land is saying through the Spirit. Because the land wants us to be there. You think the land wants some dirty ass gutter rats there? Come on, man.
Hell no.
And apparently they actually know that they're not the people too. Because I've heard some brothers. My brother told me that his high school he went to, he was a private school, and there was Jewish. It was made for Jewish people, and he went there, even though he's a so-called light-skinned Negro, and he said that a lot of them actually know that they're not the Israelites, and they say that they're half-breeds or that they're not the people, and they know that, they acknowledge that.
They don't make sense if they know these things. Why?
Some of them, not all of them, but
okay.
They have a feeling, which basically everybody knows that because you tell people. But now here's the thing: no matter what you say, because I've noticed this since I've came into truth this life. If you say, see, the Messiah was a so-called black man, or the Jews are so-called black people, let's say, no, they were Arabs. Every time, no matter what it is.
Where's the proof that they are?
Well, what is an Arab? Arab means mixed. Arab is somebody living in the Middle East, man.
Yeah.
But people know for sure, or they should, that the Jews are not so-called white people. Some people may believe that they're just, brown skin, but not so-called Negroes, but they're going to learn soon, man. The Jews are so-called black people. You got anything to add or any scriptures? Or are we going to keep going?
Y'all good.
Okay.
All right, this is verse 23. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but Yahweh will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever.
Forever. That's going into the new covenant.
Go
ahead.
Lasting. Like as now the neighbors of Sion have seen your captivity, so shall they shortly see. So they shortly. I can't get the word out.
So shall they see shortly
your salvation from our Yahweh, which shall come upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. My children,
great glory. I mean, that is great glory. The Israelites, the elect being beamed up, nuclear desolation right before it. Scarcely talks about that in Peter. I think it's 1 Peter. That is very, very, glorious. Go ahead.
My children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see that his destruction and shall thread upon his neck.
That's right. So anybody got scriptures on that? I know scriptures gotta be pumping through people's minds right now, man.
Let me see if I can run through
something. I know you called. He's thinking about something right now.
Man, I got about 2, man. I got some more threading up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna read one more time so you guys can get the full gist of it. Baruch 4:25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck. So we can get what is that? Psalms 149, 5 on down. We can get Revelations 13, 9 to 10. I mean, they can read the whole book of Obadiah if they want.
2 Thessalonians 1 and 6.
That's the spirit.
What does that say? What does that one say?
Seeing it as a righteous thing to with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's right, man.
That's the spirit. Ak, you said Revelations chapter 13. That's what I'm on. 9 and 10. I was just actually finna get.
Yeah, that's a really good. Like that's one of the major milk. That's one of the first scriptures you learn. It's so heavy, man.
And I got
right to the point.
Another one will be Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. There will be. Hold on, because I got some highlighted. Right when we read it again, I was finding stuff. But actually, no, I think that's just it. What I got. Yeah, those three is what I immediately picked
Well,
up.
I mean, there's a lot of scriptures you can get on that, so I mean, we're just gonna get the ones
it's
that
just
come
three
to
that I
mind.
picked up instantly.
Oh yeah, I got some precepts.
Whoever wants to
I
go
got
first,
that.
go ahead and bring it out.
All right, I'll bring it up first. This is Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. This is verse 10. He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
All right, and the saints are the Israelites, the elect.
Huh.
And it says those who have ears, which means if you're able to receive it. But if you're not able to receive it, it's still going to happen. All right, Romans 3:3-4.
Like, no matter what, people can knock us and say this ain't true or whatever, man, but it's still going to come to pass. Prophecy has to fulfill.
Yeah.
So
and it's these devils, too. They're so prideful. They don't believe that they're ever going down.
People really think that this...
Keep that prideful attitude when your ass is getting whipped.
And people really think that this world is going to last forever. Like, people going to be like you ask people, they're going to be like, you're going to ask them, so you think it's going to be 2045 and we still here. They're going to be prideful and be like, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Either it ends two ways. Either it ends with Yahweh cutting it short, or it ends with the elites running their new world order and eliminating most of the world and pushing their agenda on everybody else, making them slaves. Which there's actually a scripture. I think I don't know. We don't have to get it, but it's in Job. I don't know if it's chapter 20. It talks about them. They're filling their belly, and Yahweh's going to cast His wrath upon them while they're eating, which is stopping them from their new world order, cutting them short.
Because this world is crumbling down as we speak. 2019, everything's going to be pushed. Now there is no select day of what's gonna happen, but Esau's kingdom is falling quickly, and it's not going to take forever for that to crumble. So people, like I said, I doubt that we are going to make it to 2045, and some people feel like that we are. People think we're going to be old and have grandkids, and their grandkids have grandkids. Like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, and like we talked about before, they probably don't actually believe that. They probably just want that to happen. They want to believe that. They want to convince themselves that that's true.
Exactly.
Trying to lie to themselves to feel comfort.
Because a lot of people fear death, so they try to not listen to what we say because they're too busy fearing death.
See, if they fear death, then they should hearken then. Like,
exactly.
You can also get you can get Obadiah chapter 1 verse 15 down to 18. You holding anything you want to bring out?
Yeah, I got two. I'm looking for some more. I got some more in my head. I just got to find them.
You want to bring them out?
Yeah, I'll bring them out.
All right.
This Psalms 149 and verse 7.
No. Start at 5.
Real quick.
That's what I had.
Real quick, Slucky. It was Obadiah 1 and what?
15 down to 18.
All right, Con. You good, you call.
Yeah, it's Psalms 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Now, if you don't know what that is, it's a sword with just two sides. So you can cut back and forth, basically.
On some Darth Maul type shit, like that double-sided lightsaber shit.
Well, no, that's something different. A double-edged sword is just a regular single sword, but both edges, like both sides, you can cut with. If you get what I mean.
Oh, okay,
So
instead
of like a machete, it's on both sides.
Oh,
that's
okay,
what that means. Because at first when you read that, I was like,
yeah, I'm thinking some Darth Maul shit. You got septic shit. Hey, shit, still cut the same though. It don't matter.
Yeah.
All right, this verse 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron.
Yeah, just like they did to us.
To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints.
Now hold on. It just said execute them the judgment written. It's written in the Bible. And what does it say in 2 Ezra 15? We read it before, verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Wow. Look at that. If you've ever seen the movie The Birth of a Nation about Nat Turner, because they purposely make him so he would open the Bible and then speak nonsense, so they think it's coming out of the Bible. And in a certain scene, he's got this group, and he's seen oppression. He just saw not too long ago some Jake's teeth getting beat out with a nail and a knife, or with a hammer and a nail. You know, like they're breaking his teeth out and then forcing food down his mouth with a funnel. So after he saw some oppression, he was done, and he read that. He read Psalms 149:5 on down, and he was chanting it. And the people that were listening to him got pumped up, and you could see that the crackers were getting a little worried. So that's heavy, man. Except he was reading from a different version, but well, at least in that movie. But nonetheless, you know, the point remains. You want to bring anything else out, or you want his turn?
2 Thessalonians 1:6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Come on. You can also get Isaiah 14:1 and 2, and then also the 21st verse.
You said Isaiah.
Well, no, your call's gonna get that.
Oh, your call's getting it. Okay, I still got my Obadiah.
Con, yeah, you can bring that out.
Here, I got it. This is you say you want me to start from 15? You said again?
Yeah, 15 down to 18.
All right. This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as that has done it. It shall be done unto thee, and a reward shall return upon thine own head.
So all the heathen, not just Esau, all the heathen, but especially the nation of Edom. Because all the nations have played a role in our captivity and our downfall, and they all conspired together against us. But there's certain nations, and specifically even certain people in these certain nations, that are going to be higher than other heathens. Just like there's order among our nation. For example, King Cyrus, you know, he was just. He was set up for our people to help us get out of that captivity, which was the Persians and the Medes. So he would be higher, obviously, than some of the other people in his nation. And Esau is going to be on the very bottom where he belongs. And just so the viewers don't forget, Esau is a literal person. He's not just a nation. He's a literal person, and he's most likely here right now. So he's going to get it.
Christians think he's a nation. They don't think that he's a person. They don't want to believe that Esau is the so-called white man. They don't believe that. They don't want to believe that.
Well, no, I mean, like, he's like Edom is the nation, you know, the so-called white race collectively. But I'm saying Esau himself, the actual physical guy, is going into slavery also. And I'm sure Yahushua is going to have him in slavery.
Big fucking time. I think that nigga Jacob Rothschild.
Yeah, me too, man. I really do, because the irony that his name is fucking Jacob, even though he's Esau.
Right.
That would be so ironic. But that wouldn't be surprising.
I'm about to say the fucking irony of that nigga, man.
All right, you want to go ahead.
All right. This is verse 16. As ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Yeah, so that drink is going to get forced down their throat, whether they want to drink it or not. And it's going to be a strong, very, very strong drink, not mixed with anything. It's going to be straight up. They're going to have to drink it straight up. It's going to be forced down their throat. They're going to have to take that punishment.
God.
That wine, because they forced everybody else to drink of that strong wine.
Yeah, especially Esau. It tells you that in Revelations.
I got another precept. I got two more precepts. But after the budget's done.
I'm going to continue on.
Yep.
This is verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Right.
And devour them. And there shall not be remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it.
Right. So after that 1,000 years, Esau, that whole nation is going to be cut off. The house of Jacob and Joseph are going to move on, which is the tribes altogether, the nation of Israel. All right, go ahead, you call.
This is Psalms 2 and 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
Where was that? Revelations?
Nah, Psalms 2 and 8.
Oh, Psalms. Yeah, that makes. I've heard one in Revelations about ruling with a rod of iron. Also,
Yeah.
Do you have the ones in Isaiah, or is Joanna gonna get that?
I got them.
Okay.
Let me go back to it.
Joanna, if anything comes to mind, just let us know.
Oh, I got y'all.
But I mean, there's a lot of precepts.
You said 14, right?
Yeah, 14, verse 1 and 2, and then also verse 21.
Con. Oh, yeah, con. This is Isaiah 14 in verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
How can you get around that?
Over their oppressors.
Exactly. You can't get around that, man. That's clear as day.
And then I'm going to jump down to verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Right. So you got a lot of Edomites to say, well, that wasn't me. Well, that was my ancestors, or my family didn't own slaves.
Exactly.
You're going down as a nation and reincarnation. So that was you. And even if you didn't own slaves, you still participated and you didn't help. You just sat there and let it happen. So you're
right.
If you sat there and let it happen, then you're a part of it.
Wouldn't they? Correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't they say there's like when their spirit through the spirit their old that's how reincarnation come in. Their old life would be doing something like that could follow out through that. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I don't.
Yeah. What you mean?
I'm saying, like, you know how their past life through reincarnation. You know how they say, like, oh, that didn't happen to me. That was my old forefathers or whatever. Through the spirit of them, they could have been them forefathers doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Yeah. That's what I was asking.
That was them. Yeah. And like I was saying, if their family didn't actually own slaves, they still most likely participated in other things or didn't do anything about it. So they obviously had no problem with it. There was a game I saw a picture of it. It was at some state park or some, I don't know what it was. It was like some fucking carnival type thing with games. And there was this game, and it said this is exactly what it said. It said hit the nigger baby. That's what it said. And my guess is they would put a baby, like a literal baby, and then they would throw a rock at it and try and hit it or something like that. I don't know what exactly it was, but I mean the name of the game tells you right there that clearly they hate Jake. That's that perpetual hatred. If somebody wants to, if you want to get that, Ezekiel 35 and read on Ezekiel 35 and 5, and then read on down a little bit.
I got a precept.
All right, bring it out.
This is Isaiah 13, verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
That's right. Like we just read a little while ago in Psalms 137, their children being dashed against the stones, taking the baby by the ankles and slamming them against the rocks, man. Righteous recompense.
We're going to enjoy that shit. Boy, I'm looking for some more. There's so many precepts for Baruch 4 and 25, man. Like,
yeah, well, it gets heavier. It gets heavier as you read, which is why we're gonna bring out. Well, do you got any more? Are you good?
I was trying to find one about patience, but I mean, I only got one about waiting on the Lord, but that's it.
All right, then you can bring out the Ezekiel 35, and then we can keep reading.
It was 35 and 5.
Yep, on down.
Kind of. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end. It explains it right there, honestly.
Yeah, but just read down. Read down to verse 9.
Verse 9, right, come on. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee onto blood, Slakia, and the blood shall pursue thee. That thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Yeah, so since they didn't hate killing us and all that, it's going to come upon them. They're going to get killed. They're going to get slaughtered.
God. That's why I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from him, and that passeth out, and him that returneth.
Now, that was the dwelling place for Edom, Mount Seir.
I'm about to say, yeah, you going to that, Mount Seir. That's where Esau was at, man. That's where they was dwelled at. Man, there's no running from this, man. Whether you call it Idumea, Teman, Esau, Edom, Mount Seir.
Mountains.
Yeah, there's a bunch of more that they try to refer to, man. But you can't run from this.
Yeah, they try to run from their identity.
Oh, yeah.
They want to be every in the Bible show and Bible movies. They want to be everybody except who they really are.
Right, and they don't ever talk about Esau in any of them Bible movies and shit.
Oh no, they don't. You watch the Bible show on Netflix. They don't even show Jacob. They skip right past that.
Like, cause they already know, bro. They like these niggas, man.
I was saying people know what's finna go down and everything. They just don't want to just make it. They don't want to make it known. They don't want to make it televised.
Yeah, they don't want it to spread because they know the truth being spread is their downfall.
Exactly. That's why they try to hide everything that we say and try to cut words out and everything because they don't want this word to get out, but it's going to be too late.
Con. So read 8 and 9, and then I got 2 more verses, and then we can go back to Baruch unless you calls got anything.
All right. This is verse 8. I will fill his mountain with his slain men, and thy hills and thy valleys and in thy rivers shall they fall that are stained with the sword. I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Yeah, and that perpetual desolation, that final blow is those nuclear missiles. All right, now Ioana, Baba Kasha. It's the book right before Ezekiel. It's called Lamentations. Can you get chapter 4, verse 21 and finish it? It's only 2 verses. It's 21 and 22.
It was what again? You said Lamentations, what again?
Lamentations 4 and 21 and 22. So basically, Lamentations 4, 21, and finish the chapter because there's only 1 verse after that.
All right, come. Rejoice and be glad, Slakia. This is Lamentations 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of, how do you pronounce?
Uz?
Uz. Okay, Slakia.
I think that's what it is.
The cup shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drinking.
Drunken,
Slakia. And shalt make thyself naked.
Now hold on, that's talking about them getting exposed, being made naked, like Adam and Eve. They weren't literally naked; they were just exposed. Their shame was covering them. They went off. They were sin. They're bearing their iniquities, which makes them naked. All right, just like our people are naked right now. But it just said that the cup also shall pass through unto thee, and we just read that in Obadiah how they're going to have to drink that cup. So go ahead.
Verse 22: The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. O daughter of Zion, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity. O daughter of Edom, he will discover thy sins.
Precept upon precept. You see how that connects? It all connects with Baruch. There's even some of the same words because this is our last captivity, man. That's why on the back of the dollar bill they got Egypt, ancient Egypt, and then they got the modern Egypt, America, Babylon. All right, you got anything, or are we going back to Baruch?
Nah, y'all good.
All right.
Let's try and hurry and finish this because I have to go take care of something before I have to go to work. I just realized something.
All right. It shouldn't take that much longer.
Sorry, I didn't hear what y'all said. My computer went to sleep again.
We're on 26. Baruch 4 and 26.
Okay. My delicate ones have gone rush rough waves and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be a good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh. For ye shall be remembered him that brought these things upon you, for as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh. So, being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he hath brought these plagues upon you, shall bring your everlasting joy again with your salvation. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for they gave thee the name will comfort thee. Miserable are they afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Merciful are the miserable. Okay, I don't know why I was pronouncing that wrong. So like,
It's all good.
Are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she thy son. Whereas she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. Fire shall come upon her from the everlasting long to the Lord. She shall be inhabited of devils for a great time.
That's going into America being destroyed. Talks about that in Revelations.
O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee. Lo, thou sons come, whom thou sentest away, thou come gathered together from the east and the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of Yahweh.
And that's happening right now. It's true. That's us coming back to our power. From the east to the west, meaning all over the planet. All right, so if anybody got anything to say, I think we're done. Listen, I mean, there's scripture you can get, but since Ioana's got to get stuff done, I guess we can be done. I don't even know how long this was. Like, this seems like this was.
I think it's been an hour and a half, probably more, or 2.
Yeah, I'd say at least 2. I think.
But we started right when it turned 11, I think, so about an hour and a half.
You got anything to add?
Nah.
All right, so sum up is our people are wicked. They were disobedient. They disconnected. Now we're trying to reconnect to Yahweh and his son Yahushai. And our people are getting woken up. And if you're of the elect, you're going to get woken up and you're going to be delivered or be a martyr. But either way, you're going to receive the kingdom first on the next side. And go from there with the new covenant being put into place, having the laws written in our inward parts. And never going off again. Everlasting kingdom. Anybody got anything to say?
That sounds about it.
Only way that you can get delivered those coming back to these commandments, man.
Through faith. Because remember, you're not justified by the works of the law. It's faith. But you got to keep the law too. You got to try.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what shows your faith, man. Plus doing the works.
Fear.
And showing that fear of the Lord. But, niggas don't listen, man. But shit, that's it.
All right, so with that said, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone who rule well, who we believe to be the true men of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.